scared of being the competition any more than you were when you lined up across from a superior team. Yeah, on paper, they're a better team.
Right.
They have all the assets and resources and we don't. But let us get on the line, boy, and see if that factors in. I guarantee you it won't.
Wow.
Keep it going. Some privilege in a blowing. Hold it down for the Bay, reppin' Oakland.
It's all a fugazi.
And you know the difference between me reading your papers now and me reading your papers 10 years ago is that now I know when I read it. 10 years ago, I didn't know when I read it.
This is no matter. It's not on the elemental chart. It's not fucking real.
Right. All right.
It didn't happen. It didn't happen. And I hate to seem like a petty individual.
I love the intro too.
Picking apart lies.
Let's even pause the intro for a moment. As a Raider fan, all my life, this might be the best highlight. You know, we have the tuck rule. We went to the Super Bowl. We end up losing that, and we got crushed. Barrett Robbins, our center. They say he's gone to I don't know, man. He had a mental breakdown. Who the hell knows? They have our old coach, John Gruden. We had Bill Callahan, not an NFL coach. This is maybe one of my favorite moments in Raider history. This whole thing, I'm going to play it. The whole intro puts me in a good mood.
Carrying a school bag on stage. What are you doing with a school bag on stage? You can't even read.
Now you ain't the champ. Don't make me embarrassing. How you gonna do that? Embarrassing. How you gonna
pause it again? Let's give a little rundown of the intro. If I had to say I wish I could go back and watch One Generation, man, I miss that. It would be the Ali, all this Frazier, Sonny Liston, George Foreman, free on TV. I feel like I miss 80s boxing as well. I was born in 85. The Sugar Ray Leonard, Marvin Hagler, Tommy Hearns, Duran. That's just a great period for boxing that I wish I didn't miss out on.
You're the champ. You go fight Mojo, 4,000 people live. 1 people in training.
40 years old carrying a school bag. The man doesn't even fucking read.
When Dad tried to teach me of my brothers, never try to be better than someone else. Always learn from others, and never cease trying to be the best you could be.
Best
That's under your
coach
control.
of all time, probably.
I coined my own definition of success, which is peace of mind, attained only through self-satisfaction in knowing you made the effort to do the best of which you're capable.
What do you both think about fear?
I'm not in this world to live up to your expectations. I'm here to live up to mine.
He who is not courageous enough to take risks will accomplish nothing in life.
Fear is a teacher.
And I don't skip class.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Nothing. Me?
Hanging around.
Just hanging around.
Hey now, say now. Hey now, say now. Hey now, say now.
Let's have fun.
Hey now. Hey now to you. Yeah. Hey now.
Let's have fun.
Hey now.
Hey now to you.
Did I just nail the grail?
You just hit the grail.
Did I just nail the grail?
I nailed the intro.
Hey now, say now.
It grew on me.
Hey
I knew
now,
it
say
grew
now.
on everybody. I nailed the intro. It gets me excited. Gets me pumped. I'm locked in. Speaking of locked in, there is maybe the favorite right now. If there had to be a betting favorite on who's going to be the biggest shill, 2026 bracket champion. When I say shill, I'm not accusing, let's get that out of the way, of anyone breaking the law. I'm not accusing anyone of scamming. What I'm saying is that they are pumping and pumping and pumping a certain product and making it look, or just putting a lot of people's hopes, money, financial financial strategy, financial responsibility to the wayside. So that's what we're going to do tonight. I don't want to jump. There's 50 people here already. I think it's going to grow. I think it's going to grow quickly. So here is the bracket. We'll watch a couple minute videos to start. The last is in the barrel. So shit. Yeah, we'll do that without that. Hey, that's how it goes. If you're a degen addict, yeah, it's an addicting product. Maybe I didn't think it would be so addicting a couple years ago. It's addicting. All right. So let's break down. I want to start. Let's do a quick breakdown. Then we're going to go watch a couple minute videos I wanted to get to yesterday. and then we'll jump into the bracket at 6:30. So we'll wrap up the bracket at 6:30 or thereabouts. You're all going to vote. There's a vote right now. Our first one is Jeff Wilson versus Pac-Man. So go vote at 5:30. And I feel a little bad. Neo and I had, communicated that 5:30 to 6 was going to be his time on the show in advance. And I hope he's comfortable with participating. I hope he's comfortable with being here during this. If not, I understand, but hopefully we get him on for 30 minutes. So hopefully Neo from 5:30 to 6. And the show just flies by for me. Next thing you know, it'll be 5:30. At 6:30, my brother, who recently had a weekend of buying cards after watching King of Hype collectibles on Netflix, and he's quickly, regretting it, but I don't think he's going to stay. And the whole point is that all these people they attract in the Shill way, exactly how my brother put it, it's passion. If you're here, you have some stupid passion when you hold the right card. You just feel a certain way. Before everything got so big, I always told myself, how does holding this certain piece, 1969 Topps random card, why does it make me feel a certain way? It makes me, and it's weird. And we can't pick our passion. For some people, it's skiing. For some people, it's surfing. For some people, it's boxing. For some people, it's basketball. For some people, it's pickleball. For some people, it's rocks. Collect some shells. So, they talk about being at a collection. At this point, it's not really a collection the way these guys all frame it. They're framing it as a flip, as an industry, as a way to make money, not a collection. Sorry. Anyways, so let's start this way. I want to thank some of my members here. We'll do a little shilling of the channel here in the first 5 minutes. Why not? But seriously, Gorilla Farmer for 4 months, Thin Blue Line Cards 4 months, Jamie Pinto 4 months. He also donated, Jamie here, a bunch of singles, and then pretty cool ones. This is a Jackson Merrill rookie at a $2.99. I know my camera doesn't pick this stuff up very cool. I mean, I'm not a big modern guy. There's a Fergie Jenkins auto in here. There's a Steve Garvey auto in here. Who else? I don't know. Jackson Churio, Paul Skeens rookie. So anyways, these will go to some members. So anyway, I just wanted to give a big thanks. Who else? Sports Card Queen, who helps moderate, does a great job. She'll be the Ron to wrap up once we get her audio fixed. Run Good Life has been a supporter for 4 months. Frank, who also big help to the channel, a lot of passion. Drew, Greek Okie, recently sent some garbage pail stuff and an assortment of things I have to go pick up, but he's been it means a lot. It probably means more than you think. So Francis Ferry, 3 months, Collector Charles, 2 months, The Only Merciless, Uncle Jorm, Silent, Try It, Tap, Penny Sleep, Steve, Ruggs Capital, April. Ruggs has been a big supporter channel for a long time. And we'll finish here. I just want to run him down and give him a thanks early on. Winston, Sven, Or King, Miggy. Miggy sent some really nice emails. Mr. Morgan, Autism in 1989. Young, who has not, has Young been here? I feel like Young was here all the time, still a member, and I don't remember seeing him in the chat recently. Sir Sponslot just 7 days ago, and I don't think I got to mention it yesterday. We got a new sub, Nate A2006, and I felt bad because I think that was the same time as Rondo was struggling with the audio, and I was trying to figure that, and I saw the sub, and I just got sidetracked. So thank you, Player Worn Podcast, and not thanks. It's no pressure. It does. It just means, I just want to say thanks. And it's $5. People, it just knows that, hey, you guys believe, you guys enjoy, you guys support, and I appreciate that. So we'll finish that little thing there. Our first matchup is Jeff Wilson versus Pac-Man in the YouTube View Crew region. Jabs Family versus Card Collector 2 will be next. Then we'll go to the Hype Dealer content region where we have Mojo versus Santiago and Eric Michael, who's and King of Cards. And then after that, we'll do the Corporate Machine region with Ken Golden, Kevin O'Leary, Michael Rubin / Fanatics, and good old Dana White. In the Breaker Bubble region, we have Backyard Breaks, Blez Breaks, and then we have Mama Breaks versus Filth Bomb. I have more. I want to save that to let the room grow here in the next few minutes. I want to start with these few videos I wanted to get to yesterday. So let's do about 3 to 5 minutes of this, and then we'll get into the bracket. Vote. The first vote is up. I'm going to only give you a couple minutes on most. This is just the first one. Let's get it started with Starhot, Jeff Wilson, Pac-Man. But most of the time, I'm going to throw it up for 2 minutes and we got to keep it moving. So here we go. Top scam, top scrum customers. This is an interesting story. Maybe you've already heard it. Let's take a listen.
Potential class action lawsuit. And it all stems from these Topps Chrome basketball mega boxes that were released about a month and a half ago. Labeled on the box, it clearly says Chase exclusive blue X Fractors. But there's one big problem. There are no blue X Fractors that are guaranteed or even in these boxes as a whole. Today, Topps sent out an email addressing these to anyone who subscribed to the newsletter, which states that the labeling on the box is false and that it was an error during packaging. But you can get normal X Fractors, which we all figured. And that's it. No reimbursement for anyone who bought.
So basically, I mean, Fanatics is running thin. They did too much. Like they said there's blue X, according to this, they said there's blue X Fractors in this product. When you buy the box, you're going to get this exclusive blue X Fractor, and there's no such fucking thing in the box. That's interesting.
Or anything of that nature. And this product has been out for over a month and a half, and they just now are addressing this, which leaves a lot of people frustrated, angry, confused because they bought into it expecting this and got nothing in terms of the blue X Fractors. Now, due to this false advertisement that is displayed on the box, and it's on multiple sides, it's very obvious. A lot of people are bringing up that there is the potential for a class action lawsuit for false advertisement and people not receiving what was displayed and advertised. I mean, all it took was one person to look over this and realize the mistake. And they were too lazy to do that. They just wanted to rush out the product because of the new rookie year and all that kind of stuff. Let me know what you think. Topps could be.
Anyways, I thought that was an interesting story. It sounds a absolute, I believe it fully. I knew something was up after ripping a mega, getting no blue X Fractor. And even after Googling them, I couldn't find any pictures of them. Let the class action lawsuit begin. Send a message to Topps. So if you want to get in on this, maybe go buy a box of this Topps Chrome Mega or whatever this is. There is no blue X Fractor, and then you get in on your little $60 when the class action lawsuits, and you're going to spend more on the box than you're going to get back in the class action lawsuit. Is this part where we pretend to be shocked that a Fanatics owned company did something like this? I mean, they're going to all show their true colors, and they're all about the money, and they're spreading themselves too thin, and they're all about the boardroom meetings, and they're, PS, I don't know why Collectors has chosen to go the way they do. What was the other video? Coach this person about a kaboom. I have not watched this. Oh, something about crossing over to tag. Yeah. Of course, Jeremy Lee's messing right there. Booyah. He's a trailblazer who didn't drink the Kool-Aid. So I guess I thought this was interesting. I mean, it's a minute long, and then we'll get into the 2026 biggest shill bracket. All right, let's watch.
Person is in the news again for doing something that many would consider crazy. This post comes from Benjamin BE13. Last month, he had a post go pretty viral. Cracked out a Tom Brady PSA 8 green 1-of-1 kaboom and later got it reslabbed by Tag. It appears he is at it again. This time with a PSA 10 Tom Brady 1-of-1 kaboom. Has now crossed over to a Tag 9.
Whoops.
Many people would consider this a very poor business decision. He goes on to say that the grade of these 1-of-1 cards does not matter.
Where I want to pause here, and I'll let him finish, is in a logical world where all this makes sense, this guy's right. It's a 1-of-1. It's the only fucking copy. If someone wants it, they're going to pay. However, there's a lot of idiots out there right now. That's being me a little harsh because there's a lot of hopeful, skeptical people that bought the dream that assume that, and those people, yeah, for some reason, the PSA 10 is the thing. It just adds that little, oh, it's a PSA 10. I'm going to bid up for that one instead of a Tag 9. So in a logical world, it's the only card. This guy that wrote this makes sense. But we're not playing in a logical, normal game right now.
And that either the buyer wants this exact card in a Tag 9 slab, or they don't want it at all. You're wondering why he keeps choosing Tag? Because he doesn't want to deal with PSA upcharges, and visually, Tag slabs look the best for him. How do you feel about his decision? Let me know in the comment section.
Well, I mean, Card Ethos says, what the fuck was this guy thinking cracking a PSA 10? Probably right. So I want to jump to it. Let's have some fun. Let's go over the bracket here. We have, I think we were at YouTube views versus hype dealer. And then after that, we have the corporate machine versus the breaker bubble. The Shill bracket, we'll get to the final four. The winner of each region will play in our final four, and we'll crown the Shill bracket, the hobby Shill for 2026. So I want to give some honorable mentions first. How could you not? There could definitely be more people on this list. Mamba cards comes to one, but anyway, sports card nonsense. I think Neo, of course, just that he loves to throw, he loves to throw the jabs at me. But oh no, Geo on the list. It's okay, fine. I would say, I actually respect Geo for some of the way he does it. Now the new arena club slabs. What do you? It's just a check. It's a paycheck he probably doesn't need to keep the company going well. He probably does need. I mean, that's just how Geo himself doesn't need that money. He also doesn't really want to pay out of pocket to fund the business and make it look profitable. Yeah, I guess kind of, but with this arena club money, it makes the company look like it's doing well or better or thriving or at least surviving. So, but I would say that whole network, Clever Cuban recently, and all his other fellas over there, Tyler Tarver, who'd I see? I thought I could have I recently saw somebody go over there, and what the fuck again? Completely typical. I recently saw anyone in the comments recently see a face go over to sports card nonsense? Is like, yep. Was it Santiago? I think it might have been Santiago. I could be wrong. Someone new. I saw a new face. So anyways, honorable mention. Roth cards, can't stand maybe a nice gentleman, can't stand the content. Definitely pushing the product, shilling the product, pumping the product. Our guy Tom Brady's clueless. He's going to pump anything. He's going to shill anything. He's told what to do. Oh, this is going to give me a fat paycheck. Oh, this will give me a fat paycheck. And it's 7 o'clock. He's on a plane to this place. Okay, how long do I got to be in there? 8 minutes? 8 minutes with the peasants? 8 minutes with the normies? Nah, bro. 3 minutes. Okay, how about 6? We'll do 6. 6, look happy, look thrilled, and then you're out of here, I promise. And then he's on the plane to his next fucking place. And the only thing I can pray, I can hope, and it's, oh God, I don't have much faith in it. The one thing he knows best is football. He knows football, that's clear. And now he's the Raiders part owner, and I think he's going to be a much bigger player in the decisions and the way they go, and a little more hands-on, or at least voice matters more. I hope is at least he's locked in there, but I wonder. Talon ended up not making the list. Definitely could be there with King of the Cards or Michael, Eric fucking Michael, but Talon, another honorable mention, just pumping, hyping, and showing. But our YouTube view crew region is first. Jeff Wilson versus Pac-Man. Vote now. Let's see. I'll give you 2 minutes. So if you haven't voted, vote now. We'll see who moves on. After that, we'll do Jabs Family versus Card Collector 2. Our first matchup here is Jeff Wilson versus Pac-Man. And I'll just show you their channels real quick. There's another video I want to watch. We'll save this for another time. Okay. So here is Jeff Wilson, and you could judge for yourself. He's, king leader in subscribers at 422,000. How many? Hell, I mean, I know on my channel, you see views dip, you see the subscribers. Okay. So, I mean, it's got to hurt to know you were doing, his most popular is what, 1,000,003? 1.1, 817. You'll notice these are all 3 or 4 years ago. Here's 2 years ago, 810,000. So, it would really crush me to say, hey, we're going to build this business. We'll get 1 million views once a month on a video. And this is more real, 36,000, 16,000, 28,000, 12,000, 40, 26,000, 13, 16. So, it's not popping off as much as it was. And that says something for all the card content creators, that if you're doing well right now, I think numbers across the board, RGL mentioned it. I think a lot of people see it. Numbers across the board are a little down, and it shows with Jeff's channel. So here's Jeff, you go to his Instagram, Sports Card Investor. There's the very first, yep, let's make it look huge. Let's make it look huge. So that's why he's there. I'll give you about a minute more. Let's do Pac-Man. Pac-Man just constantly ripping products, constantly, in my opinion, not being transparent. He's a breaker. He's on whatnot. His and by the way, this is very obvious. the guy he is here in these YouTube videos isn't, is not the same salesman that you're gonna find when you go to his breaks, because we've been there on this channel. And he's a salesman. He's a smooth, fast talker. He's been in the game a while. He knows how to sell. He knows how to hype. He knows exactly when to put which card where, or what product where, or what player where. He knows what he's doing on the sales end, and that's what he's doing. These videos help promote, hey, I'm going to go try some breaks with him. I think he's a good guy. I like his content. I like how he does it. I'm going to go break and spend my money there. So you go to his IG, $500 in store credit. We ran a crazy 10 case break, unboxing a $50,000 Kobe auto, free Tops Chrome. So, all right, we're going to end the voting. You got to give me some patience here. We got some matchups and I got to. So, all right, we're going to end the chill out. Normally I don't juggle all that. Wow. All right. Well, that says about everything you need to know. Oh, there we go. Let's print the screen. Let's add this to the end poll. I'm going to end the poll here. And it's astounding. I mean, it's not even close. So let's insert image, upload, screenshots. There it is. And in a 94% to 6% on 63 votes, it was a landslide. Mr. Jeff Wilson moves on to the next round to face either Jab's Family or Card Collector 2. So that should be fun. We'll see. Let me end that. Let me put up that poll right now. I have it already here. Like, I can copy and paste to try to save me some time. I'm trying to be as prepared as possible. It's because I know I have a little more to do. So let's see. If I scroll down here, we're going to do another poll. Start a poll. This is matchup number 2. I'm just going to type it in. It's going to go faster. Jab's Family versus Card Collector 2. And you can vote. I'm only going to give you about 2 to 3 minutes. I'll go over their channels. Collector 2. That looks right. Collectors with an O. Yeah. Start poll. That looks good. All right. So the poll is live. Go vote now. Is it Jab's Family or Card Collector 2 moving on to face Jeff? Let's go take a look at their channel. Okay. So here we are. Jab's Family doesn't really do, I didn't see much on Instagram. But if we look at his latest videos, he's just, there we go. Encore 2025, 5-star box brings the heat. Fanatics okay, I thought that was going to say underwear. Excuse me. Also, Jab's Family, another big hitter. 170,000 subscribers, getting 10,000 views a video. Subscribers mean nothing in 2026 on YouTube. 124,000. No, that's his Instagram. Many more subscribers. 382,000 for Pac-Man. So Jab's Family, 170,000 subscribers. New release, Allen and Ginter. He's just constantly ripping. A subscriber sent a big box of cards for the family. Yay. Former MVP auto. He's just rip. Open. Yay. Sell. Promote. And then you have our favorite, our guy, Card Collector 2, Gary V, writing his banner. Some other interest. That's a very professionally done banner. Kudos to you on that banner there. He's always making the face. Jeff Wilson moves on with the face. I'm going to bet that Card Collect. I don't know what the poll is right now. I'll find out in a couple minutes. Go vote. I have no idea. I'm going to assume Card Collector 2 wins, but I'm also going to say these faces, anyone making these faces are going to be obvious. They're going to be high votes for these faces. I think Pac-Man makes them too. Jeff Wilson just outweighs it by a ton. I've said this a long time ago. I'm going to say it again. Go in the mirror and make this face and feel how dumb and stupid and disingenuous and idiotic you look and you feel. Not you look. You're going to feel like an idiot. Clip me now. Whoever wants. It's the only time I do. Come on. Let's see. If we go to his Instagram, he's just ripping cards, opening cards. One of the best card shows ever, ripping more cards. It's always, oh my God. I mean, I've never watched this one. Do you want to see if I can call it? Let's see. Ad blocked. What? Block cookies now? Okay, what the heck? Come on. Jeff Where was it? I want to do that exact one. I don't want to. No, I can't find it. Which one was it? Oh, he's doing it there. Oh my God! I bet you. Let's just pick a random one. Now I really want to. Which is the one? I don't see the one I clicked. Oh, is this one?
12 boxes, 12 different products, one of every 20.
1 minute left in the voting. We got to keep it rolling.
Product.
1 minute left.
We're going to rip these open to get an idea of which one of these products is the best. Kamara on the groundhog.
Oh my. We'll see. Maybe it's not a big hit. You know, Jab's family is controversial. I've had people in the comments, people chat that they really don't like, they think Jabs, they're not a fan. I don't watch enough of Jabs. I discovered Jabs in 2019 before COVID, before the bump, before the hype. And I was buying cards in 2016, 17. So now I'm finding some okay. So I quickly stopped. I saw him go to a show. It wasn't my vibe. It wasn't my thing. And how much content can I watch if someone open a new fucking product? Like, it's just not, it's also not really a long-term thing. You'll get people, and YouTube people, I think the average viewer watches for about 8 months. So think about who you were watching a year ago on YouTube. I bet you found some new avenues. Maybe not. Maybe you stick to those same. Anyways, let's see if I'm right, and then we'll end the vote.
Dogs to 115. Oh my God, that's nasty. To 90.
Oh, okay, he didn't touch. Oh my God, that's nasty, of course.
9 5-piece tag.
This is why I would vote. I assume he's going to win. He does a lot more of this than Jabs, but I'm telling you, Jabs has some people that they're not the biggest fan. All right, I'm going to go end the voting. Let's see how this ends. That's right. At 6:30, about an hour. At 5:30 and 5 minutes. It's crazy how much time flies. I think Neil will be calling in. Neil, let's have fun. Join us for 30 minutes. If not, that's okay too. And then at 6:30 will be Orlando. And Petty are joining me and my brother. Get to meet my brother. We're a bit different. He's a great guy. And he just recently got into cards after watching Golden, Mr. Hype Machine. And I'm a little annoyed by it. And I just want to make sure we guide my brother the right way. So, all right, let's end the voting. Who's going to move on? Let's see my beautiful graphics here. There we are. Jab's family or card collector 2. Okay, we go here. That was a lot. Oh, it is a landslide, not like Joe. A little late voting coming in for Jabs. Late voting coming in for Jabs. Can he make a catch up? And Paul. Oh, I forgot to take a screenshot. Son of a bitch. Well, and it never shows me. I hate, does it show at the bottom the percentage in the comments like that it ended? I hate that it doesn't. What? Why does it do that? Why isn't it better? Oh, there it is. There it is. Print screen. All right. Next up, we'll have the hype dealer. We'll have Mojo versus Santiago and Eric Michael versus King of the Cards. Let's insert an image here. We had 61 votes on this one. That might be, I have a caller. It might be Neo. It might be somebody else. We'll see. Bigger Hobby Shill was 69-31 card collector 2. So I think that's a very fitting matchup for the semifinals of this round. Card collector 2. Versus Mr. Jeff. So that's what we'll do. Let's see. Let's take the caller, and then we have the hype dealer content review. Caller, I'm not going to look quite yet. I want to get this Mojo Santiago started. Matchup 3. So let's start Bigger Hobby Shill matchup 3. Let's go. So I'm going to put that as a poll right down here. Start a poll. Matchup 3. We have Mojo. I can only bet who wins here by default here. You got a good match up there, Santiago to lose. I have a feeling. Did I spell his name wrong? I don't know. With an S. Start a poll. Vote away. Let's get over 60 votes again. It is Neo. Neo's going to play. That's fun. Mr. Neo, how you doing?
What's up, Professor?
I wasn't, I don't want to put you in a weird spot here. So I didn't tell Neo I was doing this, and I kind of was, I don't know. You down to have a little fun for the 30 minutes?
Sure. Yeah, I got like 25 because I have off centered at 9, so I have a very hard out.
Yeah, no, and I knew that going in. I think we'll do the hype dealer. We'll get through the hype dealer section with you. So Mojo Santiago, do you want to say who you'd vote, or you're staying neutral?
Probably Mojo.
No doubt. And I don't even like Santiago's content, but yeah, it's not even close. Let's see. We got Neo Mojo. I still want to run through them for the viewers real quick.
Spoilers. I think Golden should win the whole thing, but Jeff is probably going to win the whole thing.
I picked Golden to win. Ryan from GemRate picked Golden to win, and now you have Neo. So I think Golden might be the favorite.
I think Golden should win. I think your audience is going to vote for Jeff to win.
I think you might be right. Yeah. Well, I'm just annoyed with Golden at the moment, but let's pause that. So Santiago makes dealer content, I don't know, pushing our best recent shot pickup. So it's more breaker style, where I guess Mojo's not quite as breaker style. Neil, you think Mojo's gonna is Mojo gonna open a card shop in 2026?
Didn't he already backtrack on that? I don't remember.
A little bit.
Yes. I casually like engage with his content.
Oh yeah, not much. You see him giving daps to Aaron Rodgers before the game.
I did. I think I saw that either on one of your somewhere. I saw that.
That's funny. He loves it. Neil, you're not on the list, but you did give me shit for not putting Geo.
I was just surprised. I just thought there would be like a spite Geo selection on this.
Oh, a spite Geo. Okay, I made sure to throw him in the honorable mentions.
That sports card nonsense is a big, they're a major entity in the hobby. So
he has a strategy of I'm going to get all these random people. We're going to make content. And why didn't he go get Neo? Did he approach you?
Maybe he tried.
We'll leave it at that. Okay. So maybe he tried.
We had some casual conversations, but never got super serious.
You think Jeff's going to win this bracket here?
Yeah, I think Jeff's going to win. Like I said earlier, I think your audience is going to vote Jeff in for the whole thing. And I think Ken should win the whole thing.
Who would you say wins this bracket? Can you see him or no? Yeah, I think you can.
Yeah, no, I can see him. I'm thinking probably either Mojo or King of Cards.
Okay.
And I don't watch. I don't think I've watched 10 seconds of Kings of Cards content.
He was just promoted to my social media so much that same thing with Arena Club. I just got because I'm not for all his content. I just got annoyed with how much, and Talon, those two came on my feed constantly, and it's not like I'm clicking them. You think Ken Gold? Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say it's kind of weird how we get in little bubbles of. I post on Instagram, obviously, I'm semi-active on Instagram, but I don't watch a lot of Instagram content. So the IG only guys are a mystery to me in some cases.
I've become more familiar with Instagram just because, first of all, it's the best way to reach out to other creators or people in the hobby, or viewers reach out. And then what was it? Oh, on here, we scroll through it sometimes. I'm also not a big Instagram person. So for a long time, I feel if you're an Instagram person, some of us on YouTube they're unfamiliar with us. And P Ryan, I didn't know much about P Ryan, but he's an Instagram guy.
Yeah, it's weird how there's the hobby, and then there's the content space. You shrink down to that, and then the content space shrinks again because there's major players on Twitter that people that interact regularly on YouTube have no idea who they are. And same with IG, and same there's Twitter people that have no idea who the big YouTube content creators are. It's weird how everyone's super siloed off.
It is. And it tracks accurate with me. How about our breaker bubble region? Who's our winner here? And I guess you're smart. You're taking my audience and thinking who they're going to vote for.
To me, this is backyard without. There shouldn't even be a question here.
It's pretty bad. Their content is pretty bad. All right, let's end this poll. I want to kind of keep it moving. So sorry, Neo, you got anything you want to throw out? Any interest? Well, yeah. What's something? Let's do that. While I finish this, Neo, what's something interesting? A video you made, some interesting you've come across over the past week or two that struck you. I'm ending the poll, by the way. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
It's not sports card related, but it goes into something that I know that you're at least have a touchstone with. And it plays even more in because you had him on yesterday. I had Ryan from GemRate run me a bunch of custom reports on One Piece stuff. and just digging into the numbers on like pop counts and what gets graded where and the percentage.
You know, I want to hear this. I'm very curious.
Pull up while you close this out, and then I posted it to IG if you want to see it visually. It's probably easier than just reading off numbers.
By the way, I want to throw up the next vote pretty quick, but
what did you ever end up doing with your 2 boxes? Did you sell one?
No, I still have them. I haven't got rid. You know, I didn't. It was a long term. You know, I still have them, and they've.
It's that grading volume when they're on the right.
All right, what are we looking at? Oh, that didn't work.
Oh, you're making it smaller.
Yeah, I don't know why though. I'm zooming in. All right, that's about as big as I'm going to make it.
If you click on my name
up here,
usually there's a way you can make it go full screen. Oh, it might be because just the way you're sharing your screen.
Yeah, I don't know why it's this way. I don't know why. I don't know why this is so big.
That is so the one of the interesting things about One Piece that we have an interesting angle on here is that we have, like, Ryan from Gemerate has the data from day one because it's a newer TCG. So
I'm just gonna throw it up so I can see it bigger.
Oh, you're fine.
But yeah, no, go ahead. This is interesting.
So since it's newer, he has all the data ever on it. So that's the pop report. Like what got added to the pop report by month over the entire history of One Piece TCG, basically.
It's only going to grow bigger, I'd assume, right? The sending in.
That's not the running total. That's the total per month. Does that make sense?
Yes. Yeah.
And
but don't you think I would assume a lot of people are sending in now and they're going to come back in a few months.
So I did a video on this on the TCG channel that I have. I talked to some folks at PSA and they said volume is up at least 30%.
Oh, I'm sure. So
and like
number, I mean, there's just not a lot of. If I go scour eBay, it's hard to find. You're right. People are overpricing them because they're hard to find.
Yeah, and then there's a second slide to that if you go back to IG.
Okay.
So this is the percentage of One Piece that makes up each grading company's TCG mix. So like say Beckett grades 100,000 TCG cards a month, whatever that percentage is,
that's of them are One Piece.
Yeah.
Oh, so the other ones are very small. They're doing way more. It's not as their percentage, but okay. Which one's PSA? Blue and green is CG.
So now
they're just doing a shitload of Pokemon to outweigh it.
And PSA, if you looked at if you look at the overall numbers, PSA is always going to be number one. Like they're grading just more overall quantity. But the interesting thing on that is that Beckett, it is a much higher percentage of their overall TCG volume because people are chasing black labels.
Interesting. Okay. Oh, you know, I like that share. We have Eric Michael versus King of Cards. Let me just, I want to dig in on Eric Michael, and I think Frank wants to dig in on King of Cards. Eric Michael's one of my least favorite. He wants to sell a program. That's how he started.
I don't even know who he is.
I know, and that's how I want it. He's trying to go live in the morning and have as many people in the room as you or me. He takes calls, but the calls are so like I take calls all the time. They never go smooth. They're never just so. It's so obviously, but I want to watch one video with you, Neil, because this way it's like he wants to be Talon and Santiago and King of Cards. It's so bad. It's just.
Not a card for me, but who's your favorite team? I have something for you. How long have you been doing sports cards?
3 years.
I don't know if I'm gonna have something from the Bills. Do you like Tom Brady? Do you like Ohtani?
I like Tom.
I'll give you a few other options.
Okay, I want to punch it. I mean, at least he gave Tom Brady. I like Tom. It's like no. Let me give you a few other options. I don't have cheap Tom Brady.
You flipped to a 5K Tom Brady card and was like,
He quickly backed out of that one.
Yeah, I like Jaden.
You like Jaden the most?
Just look what he gives him. He goes away from his slabs, and he's like, "Oh yeah, you can't even grade this card." Well, I mean, it's just really bad.
See with this card, I'm gonna give you this pink Jaden Daniels Prism. I wouldn't grade it.
Oh shit, I missed it. You could see how bad the surface.
I don't think it'll grade well, but I want you to take it, sell it, or keep it, and in the future, use it to propel your entrepreneurship journey. Cool?
Can't stand it. And then he's going against King of the Cards, who I think will probably win, even though I just can't stand the Eric Michael. But like you said, Not enough people know. Dude, he is so buying views or paying for ads to buy views. And he's getting like 10, 20,000 views on his content on YouTube on some of them right now.
Yeah, I'm just not familiar with them because, like I said, I use IG as an interactive tool, like you kind of said, like to reach out to other creators and the chat. Like I'm on there all the time, but mostly just DMing people. I'm not like sitting there watching Instagram reels for hours on end.
No, same. But he's also he was on Facebook forever, but now he's 26,000 subscribers. So is that beating you?
Yeah, that's got me beat by about 4K.
Completely not real somehow. And then 252 views here, but somehow this gets 10,000. Maybe it's a decent thumbnail. I don't, but it's really hard to get 12,000, 10,000 views. And I also, how do you get that many subscribers? And like you said, Neil, you've never even heard of him. Most people haven't heard of him. Complete nonsense. Anyways.
The trick is on one of those ones that popped off, how many comments did he get?
Yep. Beautiful. Let's do it. Oh, thank you. All right. Which one? The 12,000 avoid.
I love
very professionally done set. He's really putting money into it. Yeah, exactly. 45 comments. I made a video. I think it didn't even get 1,000 views and had 45 comments. So that's low, right? That's way low.
For 12K, that feels low.
Very low. All right. I'm glad you at least buy into that one. Let's see. Let's end this poll. Neo's got to go in about 15 minutes. I really enjoy talking. It seems like you have some sort of a friendship or relationship with Ryan from Gemrate. He's a stand-up dude, and his site is awesome.
Yeah, I've known Gemrate since very shortly after he launched the site. And then he actually, by chance, he is from Cleveland. So we're actually, when he lives in New York most of the time now, but when he's home, he's local to Cleveland. So we have like a tie back to Cleveland sports as well. We're both huge Cavs fans. So we talk Cavs basketball a lot, but we've collaborated on a ton of stuff. Like he's you talk to him. He's a wealth of knowledge, and he'll also, like, if you have an idea in mind, like you can ping things off of him for like custom data sets and things like that One Piece thing.
And he was very willing to share and open. By the way, I just want to, it's 52% to 48%. So now it's 51% to 49%. So get in a few votes I don't want to end it on 51%. So close. So go vote if you haven't voted. I'm going to end it in 30 seconds, a minute, but it's basically as close as it can get.
The crazy thing to me with the Gemrate stuff is how differently would we view things if we did not have that data? We would be completely in the dark on how much volume is actually going through these grading companies. Like some people were like doing some manual tracking stuff prior to him doing this. And then I think some folks just stopped because it's a pain in the butt to do. But like, imagine the information that we wouldn't have. Like we would have had no idea how much SGC fell off. We don't get to see these movements in real time when PSA says we expanded capacity. Like, is that just noise? And now all of a sudden, over the course of 3 months, you see their grading numbers jump to new all-time highs. So you actually can see this stuff play out in real time.
How does I guess, like with CGC or Tag or all these, he has like a relationship, a business part, he gets the data from them, like willingly.
The way I understand it is he just scrapes the public pop reports. He won't use any data. He'll only use data that's provided publicly.
So all those companies do provide it. It's just we would never track it like that ever.
Correct. Anyone could go on the website and look the stuff up on the pop report yourself. Like you could do that anyone could do what he does. It just would be nearly impossible unless, you had his brain power to figure out how to do all the stuff to make it happen. Like to manually track that in an Excel spreadsheet, you would go bonkers in 5 minutes.
Okay, I know we never agree, so here's a good one. Tell me why I'm wrong, or inform me, educate me. Why I just find the whole Beckett changing their slab is such a who cares? So why is that more of a bigger deal than in my head, or is it not a big deal?
I mean, there's ramifications. Well, let's take a couple different angles. One, their current label is probably one of the most insecure, has the least amount of security features in it of the modern labels. It hasn't been updated forever. So at minimum, there's some good things that could come from security on it. Two, there would be significant, it's a big deal because if you have a lot of Beckett graded cards in your collection, and they roll out a new label, and the new label is widely accepted, all of a sudden your old label stuff could potentially lose some value just because it has the whole old label on it. So you're
So you
almost
think
going to
it's
be
also a regrade play? People are going to send it in to get a different slab.
well, and here's the thing with that. Like, I have a lot of cards in Beckett slabs. Some of my best cards are in Beckett slabs. If I have to pay to send it in to get reholdered, I'm going to take a close look at that. And if I'm going to jump through those hoops, I'm going to be like, should I just send this to PSA? Like, why take the time to send it in the Beckett, pay the reholder fee? If I'm going to jump through all that, why not just send it to PSA and just move it to a PSA slab at that point? Like, part of the reason I haven't done that now is just pure lazy. Like, I just don't want to deal with it. I don't want to spend the money. It's not worth
it's cost
it.
and turnaround time. And I agree with you on
But
spending
if all
money.
of a sudden Beckett has a new label and the old label is, not as well respected, we see this with PSA slabs all the time. Old label PSA slabs sell for sometimes significantly less than new label PSA slabs, especially the really old ones. Like, there's like whole ecosystem. Like, a lot of people are going to have to make a lot of decisions if they come out with a new label.
It might be frustrating. That sounds frustrating. I want to pivot a little. Have you what is your? I know it's not sports card. You're a Pokemon. You have some Pokemon interest. The whole Pokemon with Logan Paul and the Liquidity? Yeah, Liquid's marketplace, I think it is. I mean, it doesn't really get talked about on the sports art card side. And Ken Golden's somewhat attached to Logan Paul at this point, but that card just going to sell, and those people are just never going to see money, or do you? I don't know how much insight you have. That I assume you do.
A little bit, not a ton. I mean, the last thing that Collects reported and that Logan Paul said is that he was firing the website back up so those people could get their money out. I don't think we have hit the time frame yet that he put on that, but it should be coming up fairly quickly, because I think their goal is they wanted that mess cleaned up before that card sold. Like, they didn't want that hanging over the auction ending. So we should know. I think that auction ends in like 20 days or something.
Yeah, I think 25. Here it is, right here. 26 days, at least, whenever that was. Yeah, day.
Didn't he just turn down like a huge offer from someone or something?
Well, this OnlyFans model offered 10.2. I don't know how. I feel it's more hype, and she had the card around her neck with a picture with Logan Paul. So it just seems so odd that she's making this bid, but also has the card around her neck. I don't know. It seems perfect for hype.
In this day and age, I don't know if I trust any photo actually being real or not. Like,
that's fair too.
Was that just doctored up to make it look like she had it? Who knows?
I mean, he's with her. They're together. I
can 100% see them doing that just for pure marketing play.
Amen.
Hey, want to fly to New York? We'll fly to New York for the weekend. Stand with this card for 5 minutes. Here's a per diem for a nice dinner. Thanks.
All right, Neil, I know you're here, but I can't not go a little. This is the one. Yes, I think he's the favorite. Maybe Jeff, maybe a couple Mojo, but Golden is just. This is it.
The rarest, most valuable Pokemon card in the entire world.
Golden loves this, and he's supposed to be a sports card guy. He doesn't care. He's going to sell whatever he could sell, make the money, and he's in on this push as much as Logan.
This is the one of one PSA 10 Pikachu.
It should be a PSA 9. The whole Pokemon community knows it, but it's going to sell for more as a 10. Do you follow any of this, owning your boxes of Pokemon, or you stay out of that news cycle?
I follow it enough to make sure that I'm up on it. I am not a Pokemon singles guy at all. I own one Pokemon single. I own one Charizard holo, like in a PSA 6 that I bought as a meme because I call it Charizard, and people get pissed off in the comment section when I do that. So I bought it as like a joke card, but all of my money that I have in Pokemon is in sealed.
Which that's smart. I think that's because people always want that chase, always want that rip.
Part of the reason why I did it is because I wouldn't be tempted. I have no desire to mess with the singles, so it's safe to have around me. I have no temptation to open it.
Buster Neo has like 7 more minutes with us, so I think maybe call in after.
I'd like closer to 5 probably.
Yeah, 5 minutes. So let's wait at least till let's give Neo the 5 minutes. I don't want to get into my thoughts. Let's watch a minute of Kevin O'Leary here.
In the last 10 minutes.
Oh, go vote, by the way. It's Ken Golden versus Kevin O'Leary. and we'll watch 1 minute here.
Kevin O'Leary, you are the buyer of that card, sir?
I'm one of three. We formed a syndicate, so we didn't have to compete with each other. Matt Allen, Paul Warshaw.
All right,
both legends.
actually don't want to listen to any of it. The thing that bothers me is him and Golden and the guy on the iced coffee hour. They're not speaking to me and Neo or 95% of the card community. They're trying to make it this huge Wall Street type thing. And so they're speaking to big money. And so when he goes on CNBC saying shit like this, or when Golden is, hyping a $10 million card, that's not for the average person. It's just to bring eyes, hype. I got to be a part of something. Oh, look how big this is. And I think Kevin O'Leary's 77. I could be wrong about that, but I just feel like he's wrong on this one. He was wrong on FTX also. So who would you vote? Not who my audience, but are you taking Golden or O'Leary?
Golden.
Yeah, me too. I'll give you about
Golden
30
is the
seconds
OG.
to vote. Go ahead.
Golden's the OG. I mean, he's been doing this for 20, 30. He's been doing this for decades.
It's not close, by the way. You're absolutely. I'm going to end the poll here because it's not even. It's a landslide.
Like, I get this will be fun and games all night, but this is going to be Golden versus Jeff. Like, we know where this is happening in the finals. It's just
who's the dark horse? Mojo? Who's our dark horse?
Maybe Card Collector 2. Just once again, I am framing this from your audience's perspective.
The public, the people, a man of the people. We had 70 votes, the most votes yet. 93% went Ken Golden and just 7% Kevin O'Leary. Neil, how are your Cavs playing?
They're having a very up and down season. They're injury riddled. It is not as magical as last year's 60+ win season it was.
They'll still make the postseason?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, but they're they were favored to be like the 1 seed, and they're probably not. They're going to be like a middle seed, like a
Detroit's playing well. I like Detroit bringing in Tobias Harris and Duncan. What's his name? Duncan Robinson.
Robinson.
Yeah.
They need to make a move.
They needed veterans on that. I agree with that, but they needed some veteran bodies there, and those are scores that can add. I like Duran. I don't think they have enough, but
Duran's great. Cade's great. I just don't think they have anyone. If Cade doesn't go off, they don't have anyone else that can get in there and create.
Did Jaden Ivey just never pan out as a pro? He's just not good enough.
It seems like a sixth man. He kind of seems like a Jordan Clarkson, Colin Sexton.
Clarkson's a good scorer.
Yeah, he seems like one of those types of guys. I mean, maybe he develops.
That makes
He's still pretty
sense.
young, and he lost. I think he only played a quarter of the season last year because he was hurt.
Neil, anything you want to wrap up with before you get out of here? Fun story?
No, I don't think so. Unless there's anything else you want to hit. You invited me on, so.
Oh, I appreciate you doing this with me. This was fun, and you totally went with it. Michael Rubin and Dana White I think obviously you're gonna. This is an obvious one, but
I guess Rubin could be the dark horse, but I don't even know. In a weird way, is he a hobby shill or does he just control them all?
Like him going on MSN, wherever he was talking about studio. He does these little cycles.
He's more like
also
a fanatic shill, obviously, but more necessarily than sports cards in general.
Here's Dana White, and I don't see him doing it as often, but it was almost weekly where he'd bring in a guy who knows cards. They'd rip a couple UFC boxes, do his little promotion, and I can't stand it. But anyway,
he was at Fanatics Fest ripping on a stage.
Of course.
What's up, everybody? It's Rippin' Friday here. UFC
Rippin' Friday. That's what he's doing. Rippin' Friday. And then we'll watch Michael Rubin. I just know that, what do you got? A couple minutes? I don't want to spend your 2 minutes watching a video. Who's going to win the Super Bowl?
I think whoever comes out of the NFC, so I'm going to say Seahawks.
Oh, you think Seahawks will beat the Rats? It's going to be a great game.
I think that's going to be a fantastic game. I think them being at home, and I just think that they're due. They've gotten close so many times.
I'm taking, I'm also, my grandfather had Rams season. I know he died when I was really young. But he was a big Rams fan. When the Rams moved to St. Louis, my dad stopped being a Rams fan. But so I have a little connection to the Rams. I am pulling for the Rams. It's going to be a great game because towards the end of the season, they had a nail biter. I think it went to overtime. Maybe I'm wrong, but it was a very close game. Went down to the end. So I don't know. That's going to be a good revenge game.
My my hot take is don't count out Denver.
I like it. I like it. Neil, we'll leave you on that. Hey, thank you for calling in so much. Now, I hope we talk again soon.
Yep. Later.
All right. Let's see. I got not sports cards here. Just called in. We'll throw him up. Let me gather. This is hard to talk. Do this. Keep the show rolling. I have my brother calling in a half hour. Mike, I will get you on in about 3 or 4 minutes. Let me just roll for 3 or 4 minutes, and then I'll throw you on. So I have Michael Rubin versus Dana White. I just want to show you why. Let's just play a minute clip of Michael Rubin talking here. It has got no views, 557 views at the Sports Business Journal. Fanatics growth lessons, yada yada yada.
And we're actually again a super intimate thing here because we haven't even rolled it out to our employees yet. But we are, really over the next month we're going to roll out what our brand purpose is.
This is where I do think he's a shill. Absolutely. He doesn't do it on the YouTube side. He's doing it other places and bigger, different stages, talking to different types of people like Tom fucking Brady. Or Michael Rubin, or Kevin O'Leary, who I can't say for sure, but I'd assume, he's pushing to a different audience than the YouTube crowd or IG crowd.
And in simple terms, it's really to enhance, the fan experience in everything that we do.
All right, good enough. I want to keep it moving, so I'm going to end this vote in about 30 seconds.
Headquarters, we're going to get into some good stuff today, and all these cards go to you. So stick around. What do we got?
All right, so today we're going to open up Topps Finest UFC and Topps Knockout UFC.
Of course they are. Every Friday, Dana White's doing this. No clue. He's just there doing it. We got Michael Rubin versus Dana White. Let's do a little recap. We had the honorable mentions, sports card nonsense, Roth cards, Tom Brady, Talon. Could have thrown more on there. In the YouTube region, it's going to be Jeff Wilson let's just get there. Where are we at here? Oh, shit. Sorry. Let's see here. So we'll have Jeff Wilson versus Card Collector 2 to go to the Final Four. We'll have Mojo versus King of the Cards to go to the Final Four. We'll have Golden versus whoever wins here. I can only assume it's going to be Rubin, and then we'll do the Breaker Bubble region. Let's throw non-Mike sports cards. I'll let him wrap it up. I'm going to finish the Dana White as we're chatting, and I'm going to start Backyard Breaks versus Blez Breaks. But let's throw Mike on here. What is going on? Not sports cards. How you doing?
What's going on, Jason? I appreciate you having me on. I was trying to, I wanted to give Neo time to talk, but I wanted to bring something up and bring to people's attention. There's a new documentary on Amazon called Selling Superman. Have you heard of it?
What's it called?
Selling Superman. It is about comics. It is about a comic find. I highly recommend. I don't collect comics. And what it is short story is a guy collected comics his whole life, ignored his family, hit him in the dark, and it's a story of the family and the guy dying and the people inheriting the collection. And he had probably $20 to $40 million in comics in his in his house. But it's about the dynamic of like a collector, and it interviews a lot of famous collectors. It interviews the head of CGC Comics. I think it's always fun to look at collecting from a perspective of something you're not in, right? Like I don't collect comics, but there's a lot of similarities in some of the things that people do in the hobby. So I think it's really cool. 4 episodes. It's definitely worth checking out.
Yeah. What else you got? What else made you call in?
This bracket.
Yep. Who's going to win?
It's Ken Golden. It's not close. Like I didn't even, where I forget which, there was a one first round thing where it was like 2 of the behemoths in the first round. But yeah, it's Ken Golden. It's not close. Like, I want to do a video on his last season of King of Cringe. It was awful.
How come?
Well, it's just so fake. Like it's just
I believe that.
Everything is orchestrated. I mean that, and you're supposed to feel like they are coming up with it. And there's a part where he gets into kind of Star Wars, which is something I know. It's like he doesn't even have good stuff. So he's so full of crap. And I think the comparison to like what he's doing with Logan Paul and the Charizard versus like what Card Collector 2 does or Pac-Man or something like that is so benign. Like they're just, there are a lot of people you have on this list that are just running a business. And, you know, I don't know if they were in a different industry that there would be any problem with them kind of, hey, this is what I do.
Yeah, no, stop that. I mean, that's not the truth. There's so many people that are a plumber or sell tools, and they're not making content telling you could get in early and now's the time. It's not the same. I just, you know, people can run a general normal business without being a shill.
Like, I was watching it like Pac-Man. Like people said, whoever watches Pac-Man? I like Pac-Man. I've mentioned this before. Again, for some reason, YouTube will autoplay Pac-Man afterward. And
For some reason, what's that reason?
Oh, but probably because I watch it. But he was ripping Panini in this video. He was just ripping Panini. So again, these, like him particularly, I don't watch Card Collector 2, but him particularly, he at least has like on that stream, we'll say negative stuff. So he like if you want to talk
but he
about
also has breaks where if you go into his breaking,
I've never been in his break.
He's just selling shit like hard, very hard.
Okay, I've never been in his break, so I can only.
The trick is let's look like a sweetheart and a nice guy on YouTube so I can sell product and get eyes on my business.
That's fair. I mean, have you watched his breaks? Because I haven't.
Yes, in the live, we've done it 2 or 3 times. He was breaking the toy the little ghost right toy and selling it to you as if you gotta buy it now, and these things are worth so much money. And he's a salesman. He's a salesman.
Fair enough. I'm only basing it on the YouTube content, which I think is what a lot of people, you know, consume. But you asked me what had me call in again. King of Cringe, Ken Golden. It's just this. You don't even need to go through this exercise. He's so terrible for everybody, and he has a checkered past. He has a past where he again. I don't want to. Allegedly, he did a lot of stuff. If you look it up. There's a lot of stuff that he did, and this is just like, you know, somebody who should maybe not still be in the hobby. He's up there. And man, listen, if people want to say, you know, everybody has their own opinion about who it is, but for me, there's nobody worse than Ken Golden because he is trying to make things seem like they're worth more money than they are, and not making. And I saw your video last night of the OnlyFans model, and I agreed with you very much about that story. That story was terrible because we know that if you're going to bid on something and you want to win it, you don't tell people what you're going to bid, right? Like you want to win it for the lowest price possible. So that was clearly some sort of stage something, whatever it may be. That, you know, that is a telltale thing where it's like, I'm only going to bid 10.2.
Well, someone also commented that like, oh, and Pokemon more than sports cards. Pokemon is a kid's thing for sure. And it's like, oh, now you have an OnlyFans model in on buying the biggest card ever. So I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah, I don't think, I mean, whoever's going to buy it's going to buy it. But I think that's more of an age discrepancy. I'll throw a few other things out at you. You can rapid fire.
All right, quick. PSA, I'm gonna give you about 2 more minutes. I got to keep it flowing. Go ahead.
I'll get off now, man. You don't want me on here? I'll fucking go somewhere else.
I did not. Hey, then you could leave. I did not mean it. No, bro. I have my brother calling on in 25 minutes with Orlando and Petty.
45 every tonight. I'm fucking here. So you know, listen. I don't know what you want me to do. Like I come with notes and I come with things to do. You give me 5 fucking minutes. So listen. Goodbye. Kick me out of here. I don't fucking need this shit. Go fuck yourself.
Hey now. All right. I didn't see that going that way. I don't even know how to respond. I appreciate the notes. I appreciate you calling in. Yeah, man, maybe I just I even apologized to him on Instagram saying, hey, man, there's a lot going on. The show's moving fast. And you know what? That's how he feels. No problem, bro. No problem. I have a whole thing here we got to do. I have a show to run. I'm glad you called in. I do appreciate the help. Sure. Go fuck myself. I'm sure some people are going to love that, by the way. You got it. Some people, you got what you wanted to tell me. That's what a lot of people want to tell me. And you just got it right there live. How fun. Coming up next, Mama Breaks versus Filth Bomb. Now we got Collector Charles. Charles, man, you saw what just happened. I'm trying to get through this show. Charles, you're going to talk. I'm going to run the show for a minute. We're going to end Backyard versus Blez Breaks. I didn't mean to offend him when I said 2 minutes. I meant I got to keep it moving. I have to get to this. I also put a lot of fucking work, bro. I'm sure he's not watching anymore. Do you know how long this took me? Staying up all fucking night. And then I worked all day to come back and prep for this. So I do appreciate you calling in. I do appreciate your notes. And maybe it was just bad timing. It wasn't to offend you. You said you wanted to roll some things off. So let's do a 2-minute quick roll. I did not mean it to say, hey, man, fuck you. I need you to go. I said it just to throw it out there that, yeah, man, we got a few more minutes and then I need to keep the show rolling. I think he's mad because I did ask him to come on. I did ask him, not this exact show, but hey, to be, calling in once a week. Because I do think he makes a good 10 minutes. I enjoy talking with him. I do think he brings a different slant. You know what? Fuck me. Charles, calm me down. How we doing, Charles?
Hey, fuck you, Professor. How about that?
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
No, we have fun here. That guy takes himself way too seriously for
That's
the record.
That's a shame because he's a buddy, he's a homie. So that is a shame.
Sounds like he's kind of a dick.
Well, yeah, and right there he was. But I think he was upset because he had his little minutes and he wanted to go. And I didn't, and Charles, I didn't mean to, and I'm already repeating myself now, but it's the truth. I didn't mean it to come off as, bro, you got to get off. I got it as yeah, I have Charles calling in. Someone else, Buster, mentioned they want to call in. I know Frank wants to call in. I want to wrap this up in a half hour because of my brother calling in with Orlando and Petty. So I didn't mean anything personal by it. It's just a full show, man. Anyhow. Charles, how we doing?
All right, let me give you some perspective here with this Filth Bomb versus Mama Stinks, okay? As much as I do not like Mama Stinks, I can't stand her. She's as fake as her orgasms. I despise Filth Bomb. I despise Filth Bomb with every fiber of my
Charles, that
being.
was actually funny. You made a good one.
Well, I'm capable of it sometimes. But, hey, Mama Breaks has something going for her. She's cute. She's at least cute, and I could look at her for a minute or two. Filth Bomb has no redeeming qualities whatsoever. They're assholes. They're obnoxious. I troll them constantly on Twitter. They blog me on 2 or 3 different accounts because when they're breaking, they're obviously getting loaded boxes. They're Fanatics Live. They call themselves the face of Fanatics Live. So what cards do they get? They get 7 of the rookie debut patches the first week it comes out from that Topps Chrome Update Baseball. They get the Chase Eli Willis is the big prospect in baseball. They get the Super Fractor Auto the first fucking hour of the break. Oh, God. It's a coincidence. Horse shit. At least Mama Breaks is kind of adorable when she just sits there.
Yeah, but Mama Breaks is okay. I'm gonna go this is great. I'm so glad we have two sides, which I'm starting to pull right now. Here's my problem. But it's not the teacher. She's with Michael Rubin. She's kind of been a chosen one. She's at the Fanatic Studio launch, wherever I have her. That's my problem is that, no, man, she's here. This not this specific shot I highlighted because, and it's the things. This is not a coincidence. Fanatics is huge right behind her, holding this championship belt, or here she is with Steve Aoki. She's very connected. So one is a bad breaker. I bet you Mama Breaks is not a bad breaker. I bet you she's kind of cool. Our room's kind of cool, but she is shilling this product over and over and over and over. So that's kind of my issue.
But she's also not knowledgeable about what she breaks, and that's a pet peeve with me. If you can't pronounce the names,
she's not okay.
If you can't pronounce the names of the basic players, like the common players in the NFL or Major League Baseball, then either have someone with you that can say, actually, he's a prospect with the Washington Nationals, instead of, oh, I think he plays. I don't know. I look at me in my glasses. How cute. Stop. Just stop. And then look here. She's wearing the stupid little bunny ears for the Mickey Mouse.
Not sports cards. The same reason I platform you, bro. Because I'm a decent guy that wants to do this and have some contact with people. That's it. I did not mean to offend you. You took it really the wrong way. Instead of telling me to fuck me, how about, hey, man, I need 5 minutes instead of 2. That's it. I was just putting out in the ether that we didn't have all day. And you took it some sort of way, man. And I do appreciate it. And I don't think he's been a dick. I think he's been a fun guy to listen to on the channel with a different view and interesting insight. And I never thought you were an asshole, man, until you just told me to fuck myself.
Dare you? How fucking dare you? How fucking dare you? You are acting all holier than now.
Holier than now?
You just said you platformed me. I just come on to talk about it. I had...
Bro, then why am I platforming Charles? He has a channel too. Why are you better than Charles? Why are you
Charles is
better
on
than
all
Charles,
the
bro?
time. And
How come? Why are you better than Charles?
I'm not.
getting on Matt
I'm
over
not.
now.
Charles,
You
Charles
are.
on. Charles was on.
Dude, fuck you, bro.
Yeah,
Nah, dude. You were acting holier now, needing to platform Charles. You're talking shit on me and on Charles. I never talked shit on you for 1 minute. And yes, you came on the channel and you don't need to be platformed anymore. Deuces, homie. And I don't care if some of the chat leaves too because I'm mad about it. Fuck off then. You want to come in that hot and give me that much shit after I taught all day. I taught all day yesterday. I fucking put a lot of effort into this live and you want to come in like you're the star of the show. I'm sorry, buddy. See ya. I'm not going to put you back on, dude. You're going to come on just cussing and talking more shit all hot. I'm not putting you back on. I want to run this. I'm going to have my brother on in 15 minutes. I am not putting you back on.
Who is this guy, by the way?
I don't know, man.
I
don't
mean,
know
that's what
why
I'm
he's acting
saying.
this way. He's always been cool and chill. Every time he's been cool and chill.
Yeah. He was just looking for a reason, it sounds like. That's all it sounds like. And then
well, hey, bro, not sports cards. It makes for great content. So thank you for telling me to fuck myself. Charles, say something. I need a minute. You go.
So
Mama Breaks versus
here's the thing. Mama Breaks.
Bomb.
So I'll make the case for Mama Breaks as far as voting for her.
You can sit there all night, bro. I have the power to hit the button. I'm not hitting it. Go ahead. I'll give you 30 seconds to tell me fuck myself again, and then we never have to be friends. Go ahead, bro. Give me your shit. Tell me what you got to tell me.
I just wanted to apologize. You don't ever have to put me back on. You're right. You're right.
I want to apologize. Bro, that's the fakest apology I ever heard.
That's the gaslighting
I ever
101
heard.
is what that was.
You just want to make sure you look good at the end before you never come back. Fakest apology I ever heard. You ain't sorry. Especially not after we're so heated. We haven't even had time to think about saying sorry. We haven't even had time.
This is what Filth Bomb does to people, by the way. This is what Mama Breaks does to people. This creates hostility. That's what it seems like to me.
I'm ending this one. So, Charles, your vote is for Filth Bomb.
I'm voting for Filth Bomb hands down. They're terrible, horrible people. Mama Breaks at least has an adorable quality to her. She's the master shill because she's cute. She's got the the Latina look going on. She's got connections with Rubin and stuff, but she's harmless overall. You could look her over and go, okay, she might be nickel and diming me, but she's not nickel and diming me like Filth Bomb to the point to where it's like crazy, obnoxious Jersey boy, who, bro. And then they hit the cowbell.
Got your wish. You made your point. They won. Filth Bomb won.
Well, yeah. I mean, it should be.
Yeah, I would have voted Mom all day. So yeah, no, hey, you were right.
I mean,
hey, hit the like button for the guy calling me to fuck off. Hit the like button.
Yeah, subscribe too while you're at it.
Oh, if they're here, they're probably, I would assume. But anyway, Mama Breaks did not win. That is something. That's an upset to me. But you called it.
I'm telling you, man, if you watch one of those Filth Bomb videos or something like that, you'll instantly be like, fuck these guys. Seriously, they're the worst. And they call themselves the face of Fanatics Live. And they're like, we're not getting loaded boxes. Just shut the fuck up. Just shut up.
Charles, it's a little hard to move on and be calm after that moment.
I know. Well, let's see if Gio will call in. He's in the chat. That'll help. That'll help a whole lot.
Gio probably loved it. Gio probably loved that. No belly rubs there.
Where's Petty at?
You're a piece
we need
of
some
shit,
Petty.
Professor. I'm such a piece of shit.
Actually, you need Orlando worse than anything.
They'll be on
right
in
now.
15 minutes. Charles, I want you to, let's go for the 15 minutes. Now I'm just rub it into fucking not sports cards. But he didn't want to do this. He wanted to talk his own thing. Maybe not. But I'm running this, and this is where we're going, and Charles is going to go with the flow. All right,
sure.
so our next, Jeff Wilson. I'm putting it in right now. And I do, I'm too nice. I still feel bad, man. I like that dude. And I like that he calls in, and I like that he brings different content, but I don't know why the fuck it went that way. That was weird. Jeff Wilson versus Card Collector go to the final four. Charles, who is our winner?
Okay, here's the deal. These two they collude together. They make content together. So you're looking at literally a 50-50 fucking coin flip here. But at the end of the day, Jeff Wilson hosts him on his channel. So I got to give it to Jeff Wilson. Plus, Dustin's just someone I can ignore real easy. I cannot ignore Jeff. I have
Ryan.
I have to go in on
here,
Jeff.
Ryan, or
Ryan is Card Collector too.
Yeah.
So yeah, He does. He's not as obnoxious as Jeff, man. Jeff's like, I want to be on Shark Tank and all this bullshit. Card Collector dude just seemingly just wants to pull big hits and wants people to like him. So I can't really. That's sort of harmless to me. Jeff Wilson is not harmless. He is a shill to the highest degree from his Arena Club studios.
We got Buster. Buster, you saw, hey, man. I had Charles calling out. Buster want to call in. My brother want to call in. I had fucking Neil want to call in. It's like, damn, bro. I know Frank wants to call in. It's like, I
already like Buster's vibe here.
Yeah, thank you. So, this was all about like shilling companies and whatever. So I had to wear my new, my new t-shirts. So shilling myself there. But no, I got a card for not sports collectors. Just, I pulled this the other day and I thought of him.
Now, I have a question for you, Buster.
Yes.
Did you discover him through this channel or did you already know of him?
No, I discovered him through this channel. So,
hey,
yes.
Did you hear that, motherfucker? So you wanted to talk shit on Collector Charles for, no. Why am I platforming Charles? Well, look at that. Because you came on, we platformed you here, and people went and watched your shit. That was an asshole move to do that, bro. I'm saying have a little more sensitivity. I had a long day too. I put in a lot of effort too, and you coming on acting that way was totally out of left field. Sorry. I can't get that was a moment. I don't move on so fast.
Oh, you're good, man. You're
Sounds
good.
like somebody's becoming an influencer, Professor. Hey now.
Just made me mad. I'm sorry. Buster, who's gonna win the bracket?
Who's gonna win the bracket? It's gonna be Golden or Jeff Wilson, in my opinion. They're both equally as trash. I don't know how the final four lines up, but I think one of those is gonna take it.
All right. Well,
easy.
Jeff Wilson just won 86% to 14% over Card Collector 2. So Jeff Wilson is in the final four.
I did want to mention, I know it's over, but I wanted to mention Mama Breaks. She was actually, her and her, fisheye lens on her camera actually made me lose about 40 pounds in a couple months. So, just seeing myself on that camera, added 40 pounds that I took away in real life. So.
So you lost weight because of Mama Breaks, is what you're saying?
Kind of, yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. She's a nice person, but you are 100% correct. She is showing everything. But I did want to mention something about the Arena Club flood lately of their advertising budget. Have you guys noticed that?
Oh, yeah, they're going balls to the wall
for a while. Yeah,
like
it's also too. So
I have not, shied away from the fact that I like women's basketball. And I follow a couple influencers that are more like news oriented, not specifically cards. And within the last week, I think 4 of them just randomly were like, oh, I'm, opening an Arena Club. Oh, I have this and got this Pikachu. And it's like, why? All right, if the Arena Club's throwing around all this money, I mean, I'll take some money.
They've been throwing that money.
But definitely not something I believe in. But I mean, if they're tossing money around,
hold up.
Buster up.
I know we have Buster and Charles, but I know Frank, and I don't know if Frank, if King of Cards is going to beat Mojo. So Frank, I'd love you to call in right now. I'd love to hear from Frank because I know he has a minute or two he wants to give on King of the Cards. So I'm going to keep you both on, and let's add Frank to this. Oh, he just said, hey, Frank.
Yo, he's like king of cards. I'm not calling him that. That's fucking ridiculous. Kyle his name, is the Cinderella of douchebags. This guy, I mean, you want to talk about content that's made just to make him look cool, make him convince everybody that they should do deals with him, and then suspiciously, a lot of those deals really don't happen. Let's be honest. I mean, come on now. They're making $10,000 deals in the middle of gymnasiums and they're handing cash back. Please, never saw any cash in those videos. And then finally, I can't stand the kid with the Pat Tillman. He has no idea who he's repping there. It's on his thumbnail. and it's the clowniest thing I've ever seen. And if he understood what that man represents to a lot of different people, then he would knock it off. But like during that video, he was throwing it into one deal, he was taking it out of another deal. Like this guy, seriously, with the kids, with the manipulation, with his content.
And the Pat Tillman stuff
comment.
touches Frank a little more because Frank was over there during that time.
Okay.
I don't think.
Thank you for your service, Frank.
Kind of get, it's not. Let's not get too deep on.
But I know that's why it really bugs you.
Overall,
It
bugs the fucking shit out of me. Look at this. Bring up his thumbnail just real quick, and we'll get off this real quick. We got so much good stuff to get to tonight. Chat's on fire tonight. Just go to his page real quick. Just go to his page.
Instagram or YouTube.
Great, you're giving them views now. Good, nice.
No, Instagram or YouTube,
whatever. That's whatever. And Chad already talked about this. 80K views, and he only has like 100 comments. We all know what this guy's all about. It's all an illusion, so people do deals with him. It's just
is he Lemmy's nephew or something?
Okay, look at this fucking thumbnail. He puts himself like a clown in front of an American hero, like he's something special. Like if he understood what that man represents and why that card is in such demand, I think he would probably approach it differently. And number one, number two, it'd be better if he potentially, maybe gave some money towards the Pat Tillman Foundation, or maybe raised awareness for, one of the greatest American athletes, in my opinion. But look at him. Look like a fucking clown in front of an American hero. Like he's a cool guy. In closing, Cinderella of douchebags, in my opinion.
That Kobe Kaboom is sick.
Thank you for calling in, bro. Killed it. All right, guys, give your closing takes here. Finish up. I got my brother calling in soon. Petty's calling in soon. Orlando's calling in soon. So, Buster, why don't you go first, and then we'll throw it to Charles.
All right, vote Ken Golden because he is definitely the biggest shill in the hobby.
Perfect way to end, Buster. Perfect way to end. Thank you for calling in, Buster. Charles.
King of Cards makes such terrible decisions with investing. Among his investments include Henry Ruggs III, Zion Williamson, and Will Greer. And he brags about it like it's hey, look, I'm a normal guy. I make mistakes too. No, bro, you're terrible with money, is what you are. But with that being said, the king of shills is definitely golden. That's who Jeff Wilson aspires to be. This has got to be the golden tournament. I think he actually goes through without much resistance.
I love it. Hey, I think all the people have kind of picked golden. Neo might have mentioned our audience might pick Jeff. Charles, have a great night. Thank you for calling in as always, bro.
Appreciate it.
Likewise. All right, we keep it moving. Orlando just called, put him on in a 5 or 10 minutes. Hopefully my brother figures it out. He's not a YouTube person like this, and he's also out of his realm with cards, so let's be nice. He's not a card guy, and we just want to steer him in the right direction. So far we have Jeff Wilson and Mojo moving on to the final four. Where is that final four? Right here. They'll face each other, so it'll be Mojo versus Jeff. I think we already know the winner. Let's go do our final here with the corporate region, which is Ken Golden. Oh, this is a big one. Ken Golden versus I still feel bad about what happened. Jesus Christ. I mean, YouTube's you get weird emails, you get weird people with friends for a while, then they're not. I'm doing my best, buddy. I'm doing my fucking best. Let's see. Matchup 11. We're getting there. This is a big one. Ken Golden versus Michael Rubin. I'll give you just a couple minutes. I want to kind of get through the end here a little quicker so we could spend time with my brother Orlando and Petty. But we have Ken Golden, who everyone seems to think is going to win, versus Michael Rubin. And I'll give you about 2 minutes to vote. So I'm going to start the poll now. I'll give you 2 minutes to vote. And then we'll have Backyard Breaks versus Filth Bomb. And we'll come up to our final four. This has been fun. It's been a lot. Jesus, what a... Woo! Interesting. A lot just happened in an hour and 25 minutes. Okay, I'm only going to give you about a minute or so. Backyard Breaks. I mean, Phil, this is the only video you have to watch.
Market moving right now that most people don't even see it. Capital is shifting. Private investors are coming into the space, and high-end assets are getting locked away. And it's happening in a place where nobody expected. It's not crypto. It's not sneakers. It's not watches. It's
not watches. Listen how he talks. Shill. If he does, he better beat Phil Spam, I would assume. I'll give you about 1 more minute to vote on Ken Golden versus Michael Rubin. I can only, it might be closer than you think. Everyone's picking Golden here, but Rubin's right up there. And then we'll have backyard breaks versus Phil Bomb. We'll do our final 4. Time-wise, it worked out pretty well. We have 6 minutes. So I need to end this. I'm going to end this poll here in about 30 seconds. We have 46 votes. Maybe we get it up to 50 with 5 more votes. 46. I don't know. I'll give 10 more seconds. But right now, Ken Golden's winning 76% to 24%. I think we'll end it on that. We got a little bigger, 49 votes, 50 votes. 78%, 22% is like how it's going to end. Mr. Ken Golden is our winner. So that's no shock there. Let's insert. I'm going to do that. I'm going to try to keep it moving. Just go vote. At this point, we know the deal. You know who you want to vote for already. No one has to make a case. Just go vote so we can finish this up in the next 5 to 10 minutes. Ken Golden wins 78 to 22%. We're going to throw him in the final 4 along with Mojo. That's hilarious. He made it. And Jeff Wilson. Ken Golden coming out of the corporate machine winner. And now we're going to go to the breaker bubble. We'll do backyard breaks. Let me do that. Start a poll. This is one. I thought this went really well. Start a poll. A lot of fun. Matchup 12. Good callers. I'm just disappointed that happened with our boy there. That's disappointing. He got offended that I was trying to make him go too fast and finish him up fast and move on. If you don't want me here, it's not. I did want you here, man. It just a lot happens, and have some grace, I guess. I don't know. Let's see. Backyard breaks. It's a flowing show, man. I don't know what to tell you. Versus Blez breaks, and it got a little heated, and I probably said some things I didn't mean. I'd assume he said some things he doesn't mean. That's how it happens. Start a poll. Backyard breaks versus Blez breaks. Bigger hobby shill. Matchup 12. I'll give you about a minute. We want to get this going. So I'll give you a minute. You already know who you want to vote for. Backyard breaks or Blez breaks. We're coming up on what time? 6:26 my time. If it works out, my brother should be calling in 5 minutes. We'll get Orlando and Petty on with him. And so far, didn't all the finalists have criminal records or financial allegations of wrongdoing in some way? Hobby champs, he definitely overacted. Honestly, if I'm getting pushed off every time I'm trying to talk, I just simply wouldn't come back on. Hey, that's fair. It was a busy show, man. I mean, it's a busy show. I do want to get back to callers. I do want to get back to not sports cards. This happened to be one of those shows where I really had a production, going here. And yeah, man, I didn't mean to brush him off. If he told me we needed 5-10 more minutes, that would have been a better way of saying, I'm just getting the fuck out of here. How about being an adult and telling me, he took it really heated. He got offended, and I'm sure he put in some work to what he was doing. And so that's why it pissed him off, because he worked on what he wanted on these things to add to the show and add. But, then he got a little heated. Oh, you'll platform Charles. And that's the dude. Charles has been a huge supporter. Charles has a channel. So am I platforming Charles, or am I platforming Buster? Am I platforming everyone else? No, man. Anyone's free to call in. To be honest, not sports cards, I wanted to flow on this because I knew I had a hard deadline at 6:30, and it just seemed you didn't want to flow on this tonight, so it didn't work out. Be aware of it. I am sorry that, yes, I said I want you calling in 10 minutes, because I do, bro. I did, but tonight was a tough night. All right, let's end this one. Let's get to the final 4. 92%. This one's over. 93%. We have almost 60 votes. I'm going to end the poll here. We'll get to our final 4 and we'll wrap things up. Print screen, 59 votes. I'm ending it on. End poll. And it was a landslide, not even close. Oh, that might be my brother. So we'll finish with my brother on open. Backyard breaks, 93% to 7%. And what a domination. So that's it. We have, that doesn't belong there. That belongs here. All right. We have our final 4. Let's get this thing rolling. We've all been waiting for it. We have Mojo versus Jeff and Grant versus Ken for the biggest hobby shill of 2026. Is it my brother? No, it's Dan the Card Man. Didn't see that coming. Jeez, tonight's been crazy. And it's not my brother. Dan, I have my brother calling in a minute. I have Orlando Petty. Let's throw you on. I'd love to hear your take on all this. And my brother's still not here. And then Orlando Petty, give me a couple minutes and I'll throw you on whether my brother's here or not. So let's throw Dan the card man on. Dan, how we doing?
Good. How you guys?
I'm doing well. What do you think about this Final Four?
I think there's a pretty clear winner, and I guess you probably already picked it too. It's probably Jeff. I think.
Oh, really? Most people are most people that have come on have said Ken.
Ken's an interesting one, right? I just don't think Jeff's genuine at all with any of the things that he covers and things that he talks about. I think he's very much a poser, and I think we've probably seen that time and time again. So that's why I'd probably vote for him, to be honest.
It's going to be Ken Golden versus Jeff, right?
Yeah, for sure. Is Mojo even still around? I've not seen him do much lately, to be perfectly honest.
Would you say Mojo?
Yeah, is he still around?
Oh,
is he
he's still
doing
at the
content?
Steeler game, standing right there, dapping up Aaron
Right.
Rodgers. See you in Tahoe.
Right.
He just made Dallas card show content. He's just not doing as hot. He's not as big.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen him a whole lot. But again, I've not watched a whole lot of content recently either, so that's probably why. But he was
All
sort
right.
of out and about everywhere, a few years ago, I should say.
Still know my brother, but it's just 6:30 right now. Dan, what did you take of the? What is your takeaway here, or tell me, or I'll play devil's advocate. Jeff sees way more, Ken Golden, which go vote now, Jeff or Mojo. But Golden on Netflix gets way more eyeballs on the shilling than Jeff, dreams of. Because Jeff is probably, it's just not the same. My brother doesn't know Jeff Wilson, watch Jeff Wilson, but he watches Netflix. He watched the series. And so I'll make this is a good argument for who should win. I'll make the argument that Ken, and now with Logan Paul and the ways, but I don't, the way he pulled that Magic and Bird card, he's also not the most genuine guy either.
And let's not forget he had the whole card porn stuff going on a couple of years ago as well, right? He did the breaks with the card porn at the NBA game, I think it was, one of the finals games. He's had his toes in the water for a long time.
I'll give you my brother just called in. Dan, I appreciate you calling. I had like this set up with my brother, and maybe you could tell me to fuck myself also. But
it's fine. I'll send in the comments. I'd only join if you guys had capacity.
Next week's going to be slower.
Others.
Maybe, but yeah, thank you for calling in, Dan, a bunch.
All good.
Have a good night, man, or good day, I guess.
Yeah, good day.
Dan, thank you, man. I know it was a quick spot, but I guess tonight's a bunch of quick spots. We're going to say hello to my brother in just a minute. Aaron, give me 1 minute to finish up this tournament. And let's see. So I'm going to finish the voting here. It's a landslide again, 56 votes, 57 votes, 58 votes. Can we get to 60, 50, 58? All right. So we'll end it at 58 votes. It's a landslide. Jeff wins 86% to 14%. Aaron, we're in the final four. We've been doing this all night. So it went almost perfect time wise. Let me just finish this. And we also have Petty and Orlando patiently waiting as well. So Jeff is moving on to the championship in a landslide. He's going to face that's not what we want. Most likely Ken Golden. Is this just a waste of time adding the percentage now? I like seeing the percentage. It's more fun. So there's that. We'll do Golden versus Backyard Breaks. I'll give you about a minute. We'll do the championship in about a minute. And then we'll guide my brother in the right way. So start a poll. I think it's hobby matchup 14. Maybe I'm wrong. Hobby matchup 14. I could have got that wrong. Only thing I wanted to flag is the whatnot limits. Not sure if you guys discussed that already. Dan, if you're still here in about a half hour after we're wrapping up, I'd be more than happy, or next week. But yeah, I think Charles mentioned it. He gave you a shout out as well. Let's see. So we're in matchup 14. Aaron, thank you for being patient. Orlando Petty, likewise. Ken Golden. Aaron, I got yelled at tonight as someone was not very happy with me. Backyard Breaks. And the sad thing is I take him as a homie and a buddy, and he calls in, so that sucked. And I guess I was maybe in the wrong. I don't know. Ken Golden, Backyard Breaks. Is that right? Yep. Start a poll. You got a minute. In that minute, why don't we introduce my brother? So why don't you vote? I'm going to introduce my brother really quick. This is my brother, Aaron. Aaron, thanks for calling in. How you doing?
Absolutely. Thanks for having me. Looking forward to getting to see you, a little bit more on your show and being a part of it.
All right. So you watched King of Cringe, King of Hype, Ken Golden. And after you watch season 3, you called me, I love the passion, or it's so passionate. I love and that's good because collectors are passionate, and it got you hyped, and then you bought some product, and you could see here, we did 16 people. Ken's going to make the championship. He's hyping the product, showing the product. So I don't know. What did you like about collecting? What did you get sold on? Your emotions? What made you want to go buy boxes or cards?
Yeah, I mean, one, I did find the show really entertaining. I like the idea of being able to escape from whatever it is that the stressful days that we have. I own a business, starting a second one. So it's nice to know that, these things like collecting can be an escape and a way to kind of occupy your mind and give yourself something else to focus on other than the day to day. And so, I've dabbled in sports cards in the past with you, and obviously have watched you in your journey with all of it. And so between a mix of the two, it motivated me to want to, to try something on my own, to try something myself. So I think the show, in a sense, does a good job in a sense of that. It kind of gives you a giddy feeling of collecting. It kind of gives you like a, like you see all these people on the show when they're in their 70s and they have entire buildings, dungeons of stuff. And obviously the price point is important, how much they could really make off of it, but it's more so to them, it's the collection, it's their passion, it's
Okay, so I'm
their
going to throw
their
back
joy.
to you.
Mhm.
It's made to seem that way.
Yes.
He's picks it's made for television. So when we call him a shill, that's exactly why I'm so annoyed with him. Is because you're not the only person in the country right now that doesn't know about collectibles and is getting on the hype. And so
Mhm.
I love that you're so honest of what it made you, but it's meant to do that. It's done that for a reason, because they want you to get in this hobby and it's a money pit and they want you to spend and they want you, these people that got those cards that are 70, those cards were not expensive back then. Those collectibles were not expensive. They just sat
Yeah.
on. They were. Now when you get in, they're selling $1 million cards, $100,000 cards. This guy's pumping. He's hoping to find
And
an
I
Aaron
do
that's
agree. I
a
think that
millionaire.
part, yeah, I think that part is a big hype. I think, by them showcasing that on their show or on Netflix, that there are $1 million cards out there. That is 100% a hype, in the sense of now people are going to go out searching for those $1 million cards. They're going to think they're going to find that in a $400 box. Like, it's unfortunate that it is going to push people towards that realm of thinking that it's like hitting the lotto, right? It's like, he's making the lotto seem realistic. Now I do think it's a good business driver for collectibles, people that sell collectibles, business. I mean, obviously
Yeah, of
he's
course.
doing
And then they all
he's doing a
shill and
marketing
pump.
job for them. And obviously for Gold in his company, obviously the show is ginormous for that. I mean, people are going to see that, and that's where they're going to take their product. But anyways, yes, so I do see what you're saying, that it
And
is
the people in
all
or
hype.
with product already know, like, they're not the ones watching Golden. You and Nicole are, it's not the people that have this. They know what companies they want to use. They know what my take, Aaron, is. It gets more, the average person just wants to go buy stuff now and wants to get in the hype. Oh, this is so big right now, I want to be a part of it. And it's not me. I roll my eyes at it. I can't watch it. I watched season 1. Okay, it was cool. I can't watch that shit. Like, it's just a roll of the eyes for me, because I know what he's doing here. He's just trying to make
Exactly. I
it
think
look
that's
so
I think
big.
that's the change is you're in the world, right? And so the curtains he's really behind, and what actions he's really doing. While to a consumer like
That's right.
us
That's
and a
right.
consumer like me,
And it pisses me off, bro. It really makes me upset.
yeah, I think a good way of looking at it is the Wizard of Oz, right? He's the guy behind the curtain, when in all
Nailed it.
reality,
You're new. He's new and already knows. Yes, that's right. You nailed it.
Yeah.
Okay, Aaron, we have.
And not only that, he's making millions of dollars doing it.
Yeah, disgusting. It's very close. Okay, there's 35 votes. So my brother, I know it's not as juicy, but we're finishing the championship. Let's get it back up to 50 votes. It's 58% to 42%. So let's get a few more votes, and then I'll end it. And then we'll throw Orlando on. We'll throw Petty on. The four of us will have a little guided. If my brother even wants to get in, stay in, what he wants to. It's a smart way to go. It's now 55%, 45%, now 53%. It sits within 6%. It's very very close. There's 46 votes. One person's starting to gain a little more traction here. We're at 49, let's get one more vote. We'll call it. There's 50. Nice even number. I'll give you 10 seconds to throw in a vote and I'm ending it. But we're at 50, 51, 52, 53, and I'm going to end it there. So, okay. 53 votes. The poll is over. And no, 56 now. That's fine. I ended it at 53 on the screenshot. Aaron, I'm just going to show this real quick. We have a winner. We have a winner. The winner has been decided. The ultimate shill of 2026 is, drumroll, Jeff Wilson takes out Ken Golden. Oh
my God.
No, God!
I don't know if you can hear that. All right, Aaron. That
No, God, please, no! 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 No!
You can hear that, I hope. This was a lot of fun. So, Aaron, we did a whole tournament tonight. It was fun. Jeff Wilson ends up winning. I think there ended up being 56 votes, 62%, 38%. The channel may be a bit biased because we all, we are our favorite guys, Jeff Wilson. But take in consideration that Ken Golden was number 2, of course. Aaron, Orlando and Petty are viewers. They're really great guys. They're a little, they have some wisdom. And so just bounce some, my take before I throw them on. I know if you're a Kobe LeBron guy, if you want to put a little money in a longer term investment in some Kobe LeBron stuff, not to flip, not to sell right away, that could be fun.
Yeah.
It's someone you love, but I'm going to throw these guys on, let you meet them. That's
awesome.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So this is Orlando and this is our guy, Mike Petty. This is my brother, Aaron.
What's going on, guys? How you doing?
Hey, Aaron. Good to meet you, my friend.
You too.
Nice to meet you there, Speed Racer.
Hey now. All right, so I just wanted to caution my brother. And Aaron, you sent us a text, which I shared with the chat, that you talked with Ben, the CEO of a company, and he said, yeah, you don't want to get into flipping. So I guess our best question for my brother is, where's your head at right now? Do you want to buy cards? Are you still interested in collecting? Are you kind of like moving on? It's not what you thought.
Yeah, I'm still back and forth. So long story short about me is I collected a little bit. I have a small collection still, but nothing that I've actually stuck with. And then I own 2 businesses right now. So currently very, very busy. And so my mindset was a lot of my money at the current moment is stashed up into a high yield savings account, making, I don't know, $60 a month off of it. And so I was like, okay, where can I put this money to where I can maybe make a higher percentage based off of what I'm getting at the high yield? And so I thought, okay, well, maybe flipping sports cards is a decent idea for that. Finding them at a low position. There's a lot of AI and stuff out there that can help generate and help you and flip them during hot seasons or during hot times of whenever these players are going to be purchased at a better price. So that was my initial thought. I instantly bid on it and I bought a $1,000 Wembanyama card, autographed Wembanyama card, thinking, okay, if he makes a successful playoff run, maybe even an NBA Finals this year, I can turn around and sell it for more. But after talking to my brother about it and Ben, who is like top of the line CEO of a massive company who used to run a company doing that, they both said absolutely not. And so they said tons of investment on time. So really you're trading your time for whatever that
so
dollar is.
Do you still want to get into cards to hold and buy, or no? You're kind of like, maybe not the best place for my money.
I'm still going back and forth. I mean, I have that Wembanyama card coming in. Once it's in my hands, I might feel a certain way.
Okay, so I want to let Orlando go and then Petty go to kind of, so you could get what they have to say.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna let Orlando go first. A little more. Mike's a little more hot, and Orlando's a little more level-headed. So
Yeah.
we'll let Orlando go first.
That's for sure.
Good
Mike and
idea.
I have known each other for a few years now, and
Good to see you, Orlando.
Aaron, I've been collecting for almost 60 years. When you guys were saying these 70-year-olds, well, I'm 69, but I've been collecting all my life, and I've been through the ups and downs of the hobby and the junk wax era and all that stuff. And, I'm not here for financial advice, but I will tell you that if you're in it for the money, cards is not it. There's better investments out there, either the stock market or gold or something like that will definitely give you a better rate of return than cards will do it. Now, yeah, there's guys out there that are flipping, and they're constantly flipping, and that's really today's market. It's the only way you're gonna make money is flip it right away. Get that Wembayama card, and if you can make $100, flip it, get the $100. Because if you really look at what's happened, in this hobby just over the few years, 3 or 4 years ago, Zion Williamson was the big card, and Ja Morant, both those guys, and
Yeah.
whoever invested in those guys right now just took a huge shit. They've
Yes.
lost all their money in that, because even though Zion was a good player and Ja Morant's still a great player, but check his cards what they are today. And anything happens to Wembayama, you're done. I mean, this guy got hurt the other day, and luckily it wasn't too bad, but it's all a big risk. So my advice, if you're going to do that, and you said it earlier, Aaron, it's like the lotto. It's gambling. It's like playing the Powerball pretty much. I mean, if you're going to win big, it's going to be one in a million guys that are really going to be big. Now, Golden's been in this business for as long as I can remember. His dad was in the business too, so that's how he got most of his money. He didn't get his money really that much in the cards. He got it in selling the business that his father started. So, my advice is, right when you first started, it's a hobby, and this is a hobby so that you can reduce the stress and get out of the real world. That's really what it's all about. It's for fun. And if you look at it that way, it's for fun. Collect what you like. And I know everybody says collect what you like, but really that's really what it's all about. Because if you collect something, that Wembanyama card, if it loses all its value, you're going to be upset. If you don't like Wembanyama, of course you will. But if you pick up a card, like let's say a Jordan card, and you lose value on the Jordan, you still love Jordan. It's something you love and you're going to keep. I've got behind me a bunch of Mantle cards that I bought a long time ago. And luckily, yeah, they went up in value and they're still going up in value. But I didn't buy them because I wanted them as an investment. I wanted them because I was a big fan growing up back in the 60s and 70s. I was a big fan of the Yankees and Mantle. So that's really what it all comes down to. You got to take this as a hobby. And if you make money, great, you made money. But don't think of it as a way to reinvest your money, because there's a lot more better investments out there. And if you're going to look at, it's gambling. It's all it is right now. That hype is gambling.
And speaking of which, so
and burn, and who can get that card and move it quickly.
And that for me, so I have a history with gambling. I mean, I love sports, love sports. Me and my brother, our whole life was all about sports. But I had a lot of involvement with gambling, and so I stopped all that. But I was seeing this as a way of getting that feeling without having to put in a bet, I guess. It was me saying, okay, well, this is exciting. This is right opening up. And for me, unfortunately, it's, opening up packs, right? I mean, buying, but insanely priced nowadays. Like I went into the place yesterday, it was like $400 for a box of cards.
And the return on what you're getting, unless you hit that huge chase, is just pennies. And you mentioned something I've heard from others, and some of you that are here watching right now, it's an escape. Right now, you could turn on the TV and see this person shot this person. You can see this negative story. You can see this and this and this. And so, and it's a formula. They do that because it sells and people watch. So for many people that are in cards or watching right now on here, it's just an escape from real life. It's escape from the bullshit. So I thought that's accurate for other people as well, that feeling.
Yeah, well, you just put in a big gamble with the $1,000 Wembanyama card. That's a big bet, pretty much, And, would you have been better off to get somebody like a Jordan? Look at the odds. When you gamble, you got to look at the odds. And the odds for Wembanyama 2-3 years from now for his card to go up over $1,000 are not good. If you look at the history of cards
and so
the history of
I guess that was my question as well. Obviously, other than the huge boom of cards that happened, right? Where things skyrocketed.
That's happening now, by the way. That's happening.
What is a reasonable price? Let's say $1,000 card on somebody that has a massive, I don't know, season or two. I mean, what is a reasonable
Drake
price?
May?
Yeah, let's say, okay, Drake May. Well, let's say he wins the Super Bowl this year. You bought a card for $1,000 prior. Where's that card at going into next year?
It all depends what you want to do with the card. I mean, if you're going to get the Drake May Super Bowl, you got to sell that Drake May.
Right.
You may have a bad season.
And you
next
normally
year,
sell
and
it
you're
before,
screwed.
right before. The hype is always before they win. Once they win, it goes flat or down. It's
If you would
always
have
in the
bought
hype.
Drake May, 6 weeks ago,
that's right. You're late,
and then now you
Drake
sell
May.
it before the Super Bowl or before his next game.
Oh,
You don't know if that guy could step in a fucking gopher hole, and that's the end of his career, or he could get crushed the next game.
Aaron, can you hear him?
No.
So you
I
can't hear me?
That's weird. I can hear you.
Okay.
I don't know. Orlando? Yeah,
Okay.
that's weird. Aaron can't hear you. I don't know. All
Oh
right.
shoot! Well, that's
He'll
not good.
rewatch this segment back. So go
Oh,
ahead.
that. I can't give advice to the guy.
All right, Petty, leave and come back. Maybe that'll
Okay.
work. Why don't you?
All right.
Okay. All right. That'll
Goodbye.
work. Okay. Hopefully we'll add him
He's
back. in
right.
just
I
a
mean,
sec.
look, the key is, Aaron, are you going to look at this as a hobby, or are you going to look at it as an investment?
Right.
You know, and if you're going to look at it as an investment, then you're going to have to, like stocks, certain stocks, buy and sell. You know, buy low, sell high, and you got to constantly be on it. If you're going to be constantly following this, then you got your time invested in this and other stuff. And with two businesses, you know, I don't know if you're going to want to do that. You know,
And
because
I think
you've got to be right on everything.
Yeah, I think speaking with both you guys and the CEO of the company I train who used to do this, I think the flipping is out knowing how much of an investment it's going to take and time. Because I mean, I just don't have it. The collecting, on the other hand, it's something I've always I love it, right? Like when I have the cards in my hand, it feels great. But I'm like, man, is it worth the investment of, am I going to stick with it? Like, is this something I'm going to be fun for a year, spend a couple, I don't know, thousands of dollars and then, tuck it away for the rest of my life?
And that's what you do. You tuck it away. But here's the thing. Those guys that you're
Collecting is
saying
more
tucked it away 4 years
long-term,
ago made some money.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
I can. Oh, hey now. All right.
Hey, fantastic.
Talk.
Yeah.
He's got
So
a business and runs a very successful business.
it's
He's
good
been
to meet
collecting-
you there, Speed Racer. So it's welcome to the hobby. It sounds like you got a lot
By the way,
of
I'm
great
Jabberwocky.
things
I'm
going. You're Jabberwocky, yeah.
Yeah.
But no, first of all, I'm just amazed. You have your own business already. That's
Oh, thank
obviously
you.
successful, and
Thank
that you're starting your second business. So, I mean, that says a lot. You have $1,000 to just basically throw away or light on fire. So that,
And he has.
throw away.
Give props. I want to give props to my brother too. He's done a great over the past decade. He didn't have connection. He made it all happen, and he's
and you have many years to do
really
it.
doing
So
well.
My story is, I mean, by the time I was your age, I was getting divorced. I was bankrupt. So I reinvented myself the last 30 years. So, I mean, I know how hard it is.
Which is
And
also amazing to see. Yeah.
Well, it really, yeah, because I'm just a dummy, really, that just listened to people and got some good advice from friends and whatnot. But so I mean, you're so far ahead of the game that, I mean, and jumping in like that, you're not unlike a lot of other collectors, and we're all gamblers to some extent.
I don't want my brother to get that because he has that hook. My brother,
I love to gamble.
He can't control the gamble. Or Petty, I have a question for you and Orlando. Let's say my brother has an extra $4,000 a month. Where, how would you allocate that between savings and this and
I can
stocks?
answer that. I'd put $1,000 like into your, like right now, maybe you, like if you're like me, you steal as much from your own business as you can, but now you're taking it, you pay your, first of all, I would double up on my mortgage. If you're just saving for a house, or now, are you married at all, or do you have a girlfriend?
No, single, but am saving for a house.
Okay, so you're saving for a house. So I mean that you may want to take all that $4,000 and put it into your house savings. But if you want to play a little bit, and if you want to invest, so maybe you can get there a little faster. Maybe you take $2,000 and put it in the safe, in the safe place, and you take $1,000 and maybe put it in the stock market. Or even $1,500, and even if it's just dollar cost averaging into the S&P 500 over time, If it gets crushed tomorrow, it goes down. You know, you like to gamble.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the best gambling that you're ever going to do.
Yeah, that's right.
And
it's not a losing
and you're
gamble.
diversifying. And I mean, this is something that I didn't do until later in life.
I'm sorry. What might be a good avenue to explore researching? I know this is not really on cards or collectibles.
Okay.
But where do you research for finding out where
I
want
to give a minute, 30 seconds.
Well, I mean, you don't have to.
YouTube's a big one. YouTube, you can find a lot of content on YouTube.
This is the easiest thing. It's a no-brainer. It's the S&P 500. Go to Vanguard.
But you're missing on some big gains, right? I mean,
I would start a retirement account. Do you have a Roth IRA?
I do, yeah.
Okay, well then use that as put that. That's where the money should be going. You should be fully funding that. The other thing that you can do if you're already funding that, then you can if you want to play stocks or whatever the hell it is, just do like a balanced stock fund, do a growth fund, and do the S&P 500, dude.
You're overwhelming them with these terms, I think.
No. You can go back. This is very easy.
Yeah, okay.
Vanguard can do all this for you. Okay?
Vanguard.
We'll talk offline. Don't let Vanguard do it. I'll talk with you.
What do you mean don't let Vanguard is the safest, easiest, and the cheapest out of all of them.
Yeah, but she doesn't have to pay for any of it.
Who doesn't?
Like you want Vanguard to. What is Vanguard going to do? He has to pay Vanguard to manage his money?
No, you're not going. You're going to manage your own fucking money.
Okay.
You're going to dollar cost average $1,000 or $1,500 a month into those funds. You're going to pick. It's going to be the best advisor in the world. They're not going to beat the S&P 500. Okay, so you could have $1 billion and you could pay some jackass to buy and sell and trade for you all the time, and very rarely are they going to beat just the S&P 500. The basic thing is, so like I said about gambling, obviously you don't mind losing them. You don't get mad.
Well, we don't want him to lose. No, that's not what we want. We're moving on from that life.
I'm trying to tell you then by the next month, you put the same amount. So if the market's down and you're getting your ass kicked and your 1,500 turns into 1,000, you're buying more shares the next month. And then the next month, it's just a constant buy each month, the same amount. Yes. Over time, it's a no-brain 10 to 15% win. Some years you'll make 30%. Some years you might lose 10%, but you're getting more shares. And then before you even learn about stock or even care, because you need to make money at your
compound interest is what, if you want to look up anything.
This is compound interest. It's called dollar.
And I'm sure you've heard it.
Averaging. It's very simple. And you could do the same thing. And I suggest that you take 10% of that money that's earmarked and put it into silver and gold as well. Yeah. This is what I've done. You're so young, it can be fractional. It doesn't have to be a lot.
So biggest conclusion though is sports cards is definitely not the avenue.
No, but I mean, it's sports, not
you can hold
for
a
that.
portion, a little percentage,
Yes. Again, maybe 10% of it you put into your hobby or into sports cards. And will that make you money? Probably not. But
you also have to love it.
But maybe you will get lucky and it's fun. It'll give you something extra to do.
Right.
And add out of that 10%, I suggest if you love to gamble, hey, go ahead and rip some packs and fuck around.
Stop it. I'm a fucking
You're going to find out that you're going to get your ass kicked.
I have definitely found out that every time I've bought and spent $700-800 on packs. And
everybody, when you've bought boxes, how have you done?
Yeah, terrible every time. The highest card is a fucking $50. Like I just pulled an autograph Drew Brees and it was $45.
Yeah, I'm sure you thought when you pulled.
Did you ever play the lotto?
Yeah, no, actually, I don't.
Okay,
but
well, this is the same thing as the lotto, and you know what they say? That's the idiot tax.
That's the annoying thing is you open up these packs and you pull a good card and you're like, oh fuck, like that's worth something, and then you look it up,
but then you try to sell it.
Like I just pulled.
He pulled a
this
jersey
Wembanyama
was going to be good
jersey card, and I thought, oh fuck, that's got to be worth something.
Right, a fake jersey,
$35.
$35 because the jersey's fake, And there's
so
probably
what they try
10,000
to do
of them.
is they want people to break the product or open it. So they have to feel like they're getting something, even though it's not. They're putting all these hits, all these parallels, and it just waters down everything. So now your Wemby
There's
jersey
so
card,
many different
that's
brands and
There's
so many
millions
different
others,
names.
and it's just watering down everything. And people like Ken Golden and Jeff are just pushing it, and not really using logic or looking out for your wallet.
I mean, if that was a one of one,
Hey,
if that was a one of one, that would be
Orlando,
a thousand.
Thoughts.
Yeah. I mean, Aaron, you're always better off.
Oh, now I can't hear him. Can you hear him?
I can hear him.
I can hear him.
You're always better off going and buying that $35 card from the guy that spent $500 for that box, and just get that card if that's what you want.
Oh yeah, okay,
that's right.
Get the card. Look, the best thing, my advice is, who are the players that you really like? Who do you follow, or who do you really love, or who are the guys that you admired in the old days? I mean, is it,
Kobe and LeBron?
Kobe and LeBron. So look for some Kobe and LeBron cards that you can afford, that you think are good looking cards that you like, not the ones that you think are going to go up, because you don't know. You just never know.
Do a little research on it before you jump in.
Do some research. Take a look at all the different cards that he has, and buy some of the ones that you think you can afford. And like Petty says, don't spend more than 10, maybe 20% of that savings money in the cards, because it is a hobby. It's something you want to enjoy, but it's something you want to look at. And it really is a huge stress reliever to have a hobby. So think about
that is 100% what I'm looking
10 or
for.
20 things that you buy, maybe you'll get lucky. Maybe you will hit a home run here and there, and you won't want to sell it, or you will want to sell it and buy something else. So, it's one of those things that just kind of rotates. And as far as Wemby,
I can't drink anymore because I'm going through cancer and all that stuff. But when I did, hey, taking a drink was your stress reliever. Well, spend that money on a few cards that you're going to like, even if it's a $20, $30 card. Those $20, $30 cards don't really go up, because you got them so cheap versus a $1,000 card. The odds of that it's going to go down. It's already at the top. And look at some of the retired players that nothing's ever going to happen with those guys. The Jordan, the Kobe's, the Montanas, or Elways, or those type of players that you like. Whether it's
people love to do prospecting. Some people, that like I know I've got a friend that loves to do that.
Part of your collection. Don't make it prospecting,
right?
Because that's where you're going to have.
You're going to hit 1 in 100.
Yeah, because versus you go and you collect a Jackie Robinson card, those cards, they'll go up slowly but surely. They'll always go up.
Okay. Yeah, I think for me the main thing, and like you hit it right on the head, that I'm looking to do, and I think many people when they get into the hobby, is a mental break. Like between my business that I'm doing, I'm starting another one, I'm running a podcast. You just need a little break away from what you do, and so for me, I'm still searching for that. I go to the gym, but that's what I do. I own a gym, right? So it's still work. So it's like everything is work, and I love it, but at the same time, you burn out. And
so I know the financial aspect got you excited, but like I don't know, our car. For me and most of these nerds out here, like spending an hour or two researching and looking up pop counts and okay, this is the one I want. That's fun for me. I love it. So that's something,
and that's a great part of the hobby.
Also,
right.
I mean, and do more of that while you're new.
Yes,
yeah.
And I think go ahead.
Excuse me, and do your homework. I mean, you say you have a gym. Well, before you go in and you work out at the gym, you got to see, okay, what muscles do I want to strengthen, and what exercise will do that? The same thing with the cards. Take a look at the cards that you think, you like, and read up on them, study them, and really learn about something before you spend money doing it. You're not going to go in the gym and all of a sudden start lifting the heaviest weight that you can. You just get hurt. The same thing with cards.
And so I guess
a good example. I like
that's another question I have is, when it comes to time investment, because my only worry is, okay, I get into the idea of it and I like it, but I'm the kind of person where it's like, if I'm spending 3 hours on that, I'm gonna I'm gonna get pissed at myself because I should be doing something productive with that time.
No.
Right.
Yeah. So I work from home. I probably spent 2 hours a day on work and 6 hours a day on baseball cards.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So I'm not going to get my money back, or I'm not. It's basically just adding value to my life.
And
it's not. You're never gonna.
But that right there is what I am missing. Adding value.
Yeah, but you,
to
I
my
want to say
life.
is you're mentioning that. Really quick, you're mentioning, I would be mad at myself, and I know you very well. You would. It's like, I wasted those 2 or 3 hours. But guess what? That's what a hobby is.
Then waste
so
it
if
for an
you have
hour.
to be, if you're gonna play hobbies, video games, you're wasting that time. So
waste an
you're
hour
not
of
wasting.
it.
You're making a good research decision for your money.
Correct. And I think that is
your
that is the
collection.
miss because I used to try to play video games, but I'd get pissed at myself saying, what the hell am I doing? I should be doing something productive. But again, that productivity burns out, right? And so that is what I'm in the world of sports cards and not any other collectibles. I'm not into I know my brother does One Piece and all that stuff.
Get serious about investing your money.
That's a good one. That is a good one.
It sounds like you're right there in life.
That's so close.
Right.
All you need is just 15 minutes of guidance. Like I said, Vanguard's the easiest thing. If you have wherever your Roth IRA is it at like one is Schwab or Fidelity or Vanguard, one of those?
For my I use Robinhood.
No, not the app. Your
okay.
What do you call it? 401k? What do you call
it?
So
my 401k is Fidelity.
Okay, Fidelity. So I use them for my SEP because if you have a business, so you could set up a SEP IRA that's separate.
That's what I have.
Okay, so I didn't get a SEP until I was already 15 years into it. I had a simple IRA that I could only put $15,000 a year in. With this SEP IRA, you can put in, depending on how much you make, up to $100,000, $130,000 a year. And what that does is that really shelters your tax burden.
Yes, because it's right.
And I don't have all that in stocks. I have a lot of that in half of that right now because at my age is in just CDs. So or at the interest at
paying like 4% right now, aren't
at about 4.1, 4.2%. But then the other part of it are in mutual funds. And I've went through periods. I get stock tips from all my buddies are really big into the stocks, and I tried it. But I'm like you too. I wanted to follow it too much. I didn't want to follow it. I didn't want to pay anybody. So I ended up just doing the safe route. Playing the S&P 500, doing the growth stock. I have 4 mutual funds that I put into, and then cash within my IRA.
Aaron, what I'm walking away from this is, and maybe you have more knowledge on it than I think you do, because I don't know how much you do, but maybe start reading up on the stock, getting like stock market for beginners. You pick up on some of these terms, because I think for it is a place, an escape, and a place to and anyone that's played the stock market over 100-year period, it's only gone up. Where sports cards doesn't have that history. It pisses me off so much. Like it's been 5 years.
It's not just playing. It's not playing the market. You have a roadmap.
I don't mean it by that. Yeah.
Because it's going to be a dollar cost averaging. Do you know what I mean? You're not going to try to. I'm not going to put in $20,000 all at one time. Maybe to start that account,
500 every check, something like that.
Whatever that amount is in each mutual fund, and maybe you just start off with 2 mutual funds, and then your cash account within that within that account, and then it's all tax deductible on top of it.
Yeah,
on top of your IRA.
Love the advice.
On top of your Roth.
So we've been going about 40 minutes. I want to give everyone kind of a wrap up, and then we'll kind of say goodnight. But I'll let Orlando go first because he hasn't got to talk in a minute.
Well, I think the number one advice I could give you is save up some money and get yourself a house.
Yeah.
Property, because then you have something solid there that will always go up in value, and something that you own. It's yours. And
Orlando, can I ask you a question? He lives in Orange County, though. So that it's so expensive there that it makes it almost a hard reality, even though he makes good money.
Yeah, no, tough. I live in Florida where there's no taxes here and stuff like that.
I'm your neighbor out here in California. So you're in the rich area. I'm in the San Fernando Valley.
Okay.
So
yeah.
Either way, I mean, try to buy some property.
Yeah, that's great advice.
Yeah,
look
you
at
really
look at Petty. Your house, it's gone up.
It's my I mean, it's been a great. I wouldn't even call it an investment. It's an investment in you and where you live. It's a lifestyle, because as much as the house may be worth and it's paid off now, I've put in just as much into it as it's worth. So did I really make money on it? No, but I live comfortably, and I've got a decent place, and it's
And
where I
eventually you
always
don't have to pay rent.
Yeah, but here's the other thing. Life is expensive out here in California. I don't have a mortgage, but my nut is still $5,000 a month just to turn the lights on.
Wow.
So it's not that easy. And then you have a new roof problem. You got this problem, that
air conditioner.
You need $30,000 a year just for maintenance on top of it. So it's a long-term investment, and it's a great way to store your wealth, let's say, or most people have their homes as like their number one asset. So, but it's not, like I said, you're not going to just naturally make $500,000 on any buy unless you're extremely lucky, and you're not going to try to time the market. The time, when the time is when you find a place that you want to die in a neighborhood that you want to live in the rest of your life. That's when you put 20% down at least on that house in that neighborhood, and then it doesn't matter if it goes up or down. My house was, I went from 750 when I bought it to 600,000. I didn't care. I had put 30% down. I continued to pay.
Yeah.
And now it's close to $2 million.
Yeah.
Aaron, you're also getting some love in the chat. Lots of respect for my brother Aaron coming on, being so.
Oh man, because I'm really impressed. I mean, I got to tell you, where you're at right now, you are at your age, because you're only going to get better with time. Time is your friend.
Why don't we let Aaron? We've been going quite a while here, so let's say Aaron. Did you have fun? What did you learn? I don't know. And then we'll
absolutely. First off, love what you've kind of built here.
Hey now.
I mean, the connections and all. What I love about the collectible world, I guess if you want to call it that, or you would say nerd world, whatever. But everybody's just so genuine and kind. You don't get a whole lot of the people that I see in more of Orange County or or even the gym world, right? So so first off, I really appreciate everybody's kindness, and that's another reason why I think it could be a cool world to get into, because it also brings on connections. It also brings on friendship and relationships, and so that's nice.
It's been great for me. If it wasn't for Orlando, I wouldn't be behind a camera. I don't have a channel. I don't have any motive to be on other than to just try to.
Yeah, and that's the beauty in it, right? It gets you in front of people and makes connections, and that also brings some joy and happiness.
And I like it. And you have a great brother, so it's something really special. And don't be afraid to go to him and ask him and watch the show. He does things a little bit differently than a lot of people do, but very well respected. And I mean, he hits the nail on the head more times than not with all the chicanery. I love the chicanery. I mean, I love to make fun of it and talk shit about it, but I love the hobby. And I found another way, like Orlando too. We find ways to continue to love it and love and not get our heads beat in too many times. That's the key. You want to stay one step ahead of these carnival barkers. I mean, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, no, and so again, I really appreciate all the advice. Definitely something. Everything I've heard has been the same thing with, don't make this my financial investment. Like this isn't the right avenue.
No, unfortunately,
my mind was really rolling on. Okay, my high yield savings is making me jack shit.
I know, but
what other piece could get this a little further? Now it seems every single person.
It's
has
said
the stock market,
unfortunately.
Right? Yeah, every single person has said the stock market. So
I mean,
there's that. I will definitely still be selling the Wemby if he does well in a playoff run.
Even if he does bad, just move on.
Yeah, I'm selling the fucking card. It's not like I'm that big of a Wemby fan, so
Right.
$1,000.
And then
It was actually $11.50, but everywhere else I was seeing it was like $1,500-$1,600 already.
Right.
And so
well, you
this
got to
person
look at
dropped
the
his
eye
price.
appeal, the eye appeal of the card, the centering. These are things that we didn't even talk to you about yet. Like at least you didn't make a mistake and go out
Complicated,
and pay it, buy a 10 because it was a PSA 10. Because your best bargains are probably going to be in the 9 range.
And it was a PSA 9.
But you want a 9 that's centered and has good eye appeal and looks like a 10, right, Orlando?
Not unlicensed. You want
exactly,
licensed.
yeah.
and right, yeah, you're not necessarily unlicensed. But
I just want to kind of, Aaron, if you did want to stay in cards, the best advice I think, because I've stewed on it the past couple of days, it's if you want to have some love for cards, passion, and not worry too much, dude, just go find Kobe cards you like. Go find, because you love Kobe, you love LeBron, maybe pick a player you love now. And just go that way. And then you can't go wrong. And it's not the same as putting in $100 gamble. You're not going to lose everything. Eventually you move on. And whether you lost 10% or made 10%, it's fun.
Play fantasy basketball for $100 with your friends, or fantasy football. That's what I did to kick my gambling habit. I started I used to play back before you were even born. I was playing fantasy baseball for $10,000 a team. I was scouting players and traveling to minor league games and shit like that. Yeah. But then when your pitcher, your $1, pitcher that you scouted out, he gives up 10 runs in the first inning and you're throwing shit all over the place. It's not good for relationships.
Yeah.
So do it for $100 and have fun with it. Fantasy football.
He's been playing that since he's 12 years old. The kid had a gambling problem.
So that's fun. I mean, but that's only $100, and that takes.
No, it is fun. It is.
That could take a lot of time.
My worry for my brother is he had to get out of all of it because it's really addicting for him. So it sucks.
Well, then Aaron, stop it all.
Bob Boozle's waiting at Target for you to buy all the Pokemon. So I hope I don't find you there.
Yeah.
Get over there.
Gentlemen, thank you for calling. Thank you for the advice. Go ahead, Orlando.
Buy the One Piece.
Don't buy One Piece. Get Jason to sell his.
Yeah.
It's gonna. Anyway.
That's funny. Yeah, no, I'm not a fan. Not a fan.
All right.
I love it, guys. Thank you so much for giving my brother some advice. Thank you for calling me.
Yeah, hey, appreciate you guys.
Reach out to me, Speed Racer, if you need any. I'll get you set up on your Fidelity in 2 seconds. We'll get shit straightened out over there.
If you come down to Miami, Florida, hit me up.
Love it, guys. Much appreciated. Thank you guys for all the support.
See you later, Speed.
Thank you guys so much. That was really neat. That was awesome. Aaron, thank you for calling. Oh. There I am. Dude, that was really neat. First of all, the bracket was awesome. And then to make it like, dude, that's my brother right there. That is my guy, and we've butt heads before, and I'm the older brother, and young Ray, it's hard. You got to make your own way. And sometimes I had to learn how to, and so anyways, but we have a fun friendship. I think our last, I've never seen Steph Curry and LeBron play live. So about 3 years ago, Warriors played the Lakers in the playoffs. I think it was game 6. We spent some money. I drove out to LA. We saw Curry. We saw LeBron. The Lakers won. Even though I'm a Laker fan, it's like, I hate watching LeBron beat Curry and knock Curry out of the playoffs. But, it was a really fun show. Jeff Wilson with the upset over Ken Golden as our hobby shill, bracket winner of 2026. I had a ton of fun. Thank you to the members. If you're still here, let's do it. Why not? I finally got some merch. I'm wearing a Hey Now shirt now. I'm going to give this away to a member Hey Now shirt. Another one, Professor Sports card. So I'm going to give one of those away to a member, $5 for the month. It's nothing. It's to help support. I appreciate it a lot. And gentlemen, ladies, thank you to Rhonda. Thank you to Frank, my brother, all the callers. Damn it. We had a moment with not sports cards. That really sucked. I hope you have a great weekend, and I'll see you Tuesday.